breaking out of prison to taste defeat all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit on my left, old ninja in the world, old ditch.
I want to be that dude that gets kicked out of a park for playing Mario Kart on the Jumbotron.
God damn, on my far right, engineers on the 1 and 2, Chocofield out of 3 post Chronos.
So can Baki actually fight? I'm just wondering. Can he fight?
Well,
no.
We will talk about it. Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
You're now listening to the Dankest podcast in the known universe and the unknown universe.
Ooh, very good, very good. Whomstead have we got up in here listening to us on a Wednesday night?
Woo! Give me one moment, man.
We back, y'all.
Other shit.
Second podcast of 2019.
19.
Think about it, dude. Yeah.
Still sounds weird.
I can't wait for 2020.
Why is that?
That's like I say, 2020, twin.
Shot would be nobody's in the chat yet.
God damn. All right.
They probably got kicked out and had to jump back in there.
Does it kick him out?
I think so.
Should I hope not.
Okay.
Maybe they're back in there. I see
Please.
somebody jumped in.
Go on, jump in. And
I'll give you the listener of the week in a second here. Everything went all bad.
Yeah, we're doing
so
some technical
bad.
stuff.
yeah, had some technical difficulties in the beginning of this podcast. So
Damn.
it's
So,
only coming up.
but dang, 2019 getting off the rocky start.
That's all good.
I suppose
We will
so.
work. We will work it out.
Sure we are.
Did we have this? Is this our first podcast or second podcast?
Second podcast.
Second.
cool.
Yeah.
Number 2.
I feel like we did one before.
Yeah.
I guess we can do, while we're in this weird lull, give a quick shout out to Comic Noobs. We know that they are experiencing some family issues. We didn't immediately respond to you guys, but we know that you guys are going through some things. We support whatever you guys need. Just let us know. Hopefully you guys are able to work through it because they're going on hiatus and definitely through some family stuff.
That's our boys Kevin and Sobe out there.
Yeah, so hit us up if you need anything, but we are here for you. We know that you guys are going through stuff. We didn't ignore you guys. We know what's up.
Kevin was part of our best podcast. Well, one of our best podcasts ever. When he called in drunk.
I love that.
yeah.
And he redialed. I love it.
Yeah, that shit
fucking
was
great.
hilarious.
I think he read out just to curse you out.
Dude, I haven't heard of them for a while.
Yeah.
Been a
I think
minute.
they're Smash Films now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
something like that,
they are
yeah.
Smash Films, but like I said, they're going through some things. So they've announced to everyone on Twitter what's going on, and they're been keeping pretty much people updated what's going on.
Who you got for the listener?
Listener of the week would be Maya Papati.
Ooh.
Thank you very much for listening.
I was going to say Maya he, Maya who?
All right, we're going to jump right the fuck on in because I don't think anybody of
we got-
significance died, right?
Somebody's actually in the chat room now.
Aiden, what's going on? It's first
Yeah.
What up now?
No pouring out malt beverages, right?
No,
right.
not today.
I don't
I'm
think
drinking
so.
some of that.
I almost died yesterday. I'm just saying.
You poured? Wait, you almost poured out something?
I almost died yesterday. Well, I felt like I was going to die. I had that medical issue come back yesterday.
Oh, fuck,
yeah,
man.
it didn't work today, so it was
Damn.
all fucking bad.
You good
Shit.
tonight, though, right?
Good today.
All
All
right.
right, with the rain in the bay, I almost died crossing that bridge.
Fucking windy as hell. It's
Yeah,
been
windy.
insane here.
Hitting fucking hydroplating on the bridge.
Hydroplating.
Hydroplaning.
All right.
Jeez.
That lisp.
I know.
I don't know how to even bring this up, but
Which one you going for?
I'm going for the big thing that everybody keeps talking about all this week.
Okay.
Go to eggplant?
Nope.
No.
No, we will get to that. We will get to that. The Pied Piper of R&B had an
my.
entire documentary. Robert Kelly.
6 fucking nights. Or 3 nights.
Corner tried to tell you a long time ago. Like, we actually talked about it extensively on the fucking podcast. How he's a nasty motherfucker. It's probably like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
He's a nasty motherfucker. He's been that way for a long time, and I hope he needs to go to fucking jail. You know,
Yeah.
anytime his music comes on the radio now, I just fucking turn for the longest time now. I just turn that shit off.
Well, what's sad is, well, again, Lifetime did a 6-part miniseries, I
Yes.
guess, all about him, kind of expose
6 hours.
called Surviving R. Kelly. And sadly, and y'all ain't shit for this, his music on Spotify and those plays went up dramatically.
There might be a reason for it though, because if you watch the docu-series, they mention how if you listen to R. Kelly's songs, every song is about one of his victims.
Yeah. But
So
we should have known that in the early 90s.
Yeah, but people probably went back and was like, what? Let me go back and listen to that. And they're like, So age ain't nothing but a number. Okay, what's talking about? You remind me of my Jeep. Okay, yeah, you might be talking about some chick.
Little bump and grind.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she's 13, there's something wrong with that. He talked about it before in the interview where the infamous pissing video where he peed on somebody. He's like, I was just off that Hennessy. I'm just like, he literally turned on cartoons for this fucking 13-year-old girl.
Yep.
And then apparently said he blacked out and pissed on her and shit. I'm just like, you disgusting motherfucker.
Yeah.
Had to call the mama, be like, oh, I'm sorry, I pissed all over your daughter. I'm like, if that motherfucker probably would have died if that was me.
How do you get over, I mean, like, obviously really great lawyers, but how do you, as someone who's trying to prosecute him, when the entire world saw the tape, they were literally selling the tape on the streets all over the fucking country.
Yeah, it was all,
how do you not get convicted for that shit?
Well, did you watch all of the docuseries?
No, not quite yet. You saw it all?
Yeah, I saw it all.
Okay.
So with that trial, even though they had video proof, like they had the girl was on the video, but the parents came out and said, that's not our daughter.
Shitty parents to the nth degree.
Yeah, the parents like, that's not my daughter. Like they had some of the jury guys on there, and one guy was like, I mean, it's kind of fucked up. This just shows how like America doesn't really care about black females.
No,
because the guy, one of the jurors was like, I didn't like the way they looked. Like he said, I didn't like the way their hair was. Like this guy literally came out and said like he didn't like the way the people look, and so he didn't trust them. The children, yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but we all know cash rules everything.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
people got paid.
Didn't he? Now there was a criminal and a civil suit. I'm trying to go off of memory here. I'm assuming there was a civil suit.
If there's a jury, I think it had to go all the way through, I guess.
But I mean, he didn't go to jail. At the end of the day, no matter what,
he didn't go to jail.
Whether there was one trial or multiple, this motherfucker got off.
But the other thing is that when they tried him for when they found the tapes, they didn't charge him for having sex with a minor. He got charged for having child pornography.
Oh,
which is two separate kind of So since he had child pornography on him, even though he was in it, it was just he only got arrested for having child porn, basically,
and not convicted even of that.
Yeah, not even convicted of that.
If he did, he would have gone to real jail like Jared.
They were saying that the reason why he didn't get convicted is because it's harder to prove how old the girls were when the video was filmed, which is like.
Yeah, but this is
there's no timestamp on there to know exactly when this tape was made.
Grainy VHS, but it was him.
But it's funny because they'll say that, but it's like you're bringing up for child pornography, so you're already assuming that they're children in the video. So like, what the fuck are you talking about? The legal system has failed, like totally. And you know what I'm tired of fucking seeing is all these excuse motherfuckers saying that, oh, why don't you go after whoever else or somebody else does this and that. I'm like, I don't give. They're all fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah.
All right. You saying that somebody else did some nasty ass shit does not excuse R. Kelly for his nasty ass shit.
Yep.
So get the fuck out of here with your fucking bullshit. You're making excuses for a fucking pedophile, a disgusting pedophile that has preyed on children for like more than 20 fucking years now.
Since early 90s.
More than that.
At least since early.
And you want to make excuses for him. You sound like the fucking parents that go there, for that dude.
I have no love for Kelly, obviously. And at the same time, you know me, and I've said this on the show multiple times, I have no love for ain't shit parents either. And these are some shitty scum of the fucking earth parents, especially when you're talking about not the first few from the 90s, but they've had these rumors for, like Kronos has said, for 25 years. You still to this day have parents allowing their young girls to be with them.
Well, like they had one family in there, and this one was interesting because you had this guy was probably like Kronos. Like he was a dad, like he was there to protect his daughter, and he knew about the R. Kelly's past, but since he was never convicted, he was like, so let me finish. So since he wasn't convicted, like his daughter was a really good singer, and so they were at a concert, and he pulled her out up on stage, and then they went back, and then like the parents like stayed at the concert, like, where the fuck is our daughter? Like she never came back out. So they were able to get her down. Like they went to the hotel he was staying at, and she was there with him, and the dad was fucking livid. Like, you don't, and she's only 17 at this time. Yep. And he's like, you never fucking do that again. You don't take my daughter with you somewhere else. Blah blah blah. So fast forward a little bit further to the future, like the R. Kelly's like, okay, yeah, we'll have a guardian with us and all the time. Blah 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 blah. And once a girl turned 18, she lost contact with her parents. Like, she stopped talking to them all the fuck together.
I mean, I'm not making any excuses, but there could be reasons for an adult at 18 not wanting to talk to their parents or whatever.
There's girls that were over 18.
I think he was they were probably in the sex cult.
Yeah,
so
most likely. Yeah,
there was girls over 18 that he wouldn't allow them to talk to their parents. Like, the whole situation was just insane. It basically was a sex call. Like, he kept them. He didn't lock them up because some of the girls did escape, but it's more like he mentally broke them down to physically, or not physically, but mentally have them stay with him because they wouldn't think there was anything better for them out there.
Where are your parents?
Well, a lot of these parents were trying to get their kids back, but
they knew from the get-go.
Yeah, and there's bullshit trying and telling the cameras, "Oh, I tried to get my baby girl back," and then there's going and getting her, not allowing her to go to the fucking concert to begin with.
One of the families, they're from Atlanta, and they flew to LA to try to get their daughter back, and they actually were able to successfully get her from the hotel. But like, when they showed up, like, they had like the hotel tell them like, hey, tell her that we have a package for you, and so the parents went upstairs and they were like, oh, the mom told the hotel that it's Mother's Day and they were there to surprise her daughter.
Wow.
Even though the daughter didn't know that her mom was going to be there. So when the girl opened the door and saw her mother, like, she wouldn't let her mom into the room because somebody else was already in the room. So the mom's like telling her like, hey, come back, just leave with us, come on, let's go. And the daughter's like, hey, why don't you come back at 6 o'clock? Well, when she came back like around 5:30 because she really wanted to get her daughter back, the hotel said that they couldn't let her onto the property because the girl called the cops on her and saying that she wasn't her daughter, or that she wasn't her daughter. It's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, I was just
that Kool-Aid.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
I would have found that dude and did really bad shit to him.
I'm surprised no dad has done that. Like, just fuck him up.
Yeah, and the other thing that's disturbing is he's paid off a bunch of these parents. He's paid off a bunch of the family members and security guards and people at the record label.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're not innocent, too. I love obviously, R. Kelly's a piece of shit. The record label's known this same shit for 40 fucking years, too.
And they still play his music on the fucking radio.
Yeah.
This rapist music on the radio.
It's a whole machine, though. It's an entire industry dedicated to him.
Well, the shit that pissed me off is that I thought Spotify pulled his albums off their playlist or whatever.
I thought somebody did.
Yeah, last year I think they did that. They removed him from their playlist, but he's still fucking on there.
I think he's on there. I thought he was getting a lot of Spotify replays.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, last year, apparently they were gonna pull all of his music off of there, but
just checking right now.
So I heard some place in Georgia is opening a criminal case against him now.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Because of this documentary, but it's like, I feel like maybe the rest of America either turned a blind eye or just didn't care. But I feel like, I guess if you were in the Black and Latino community, everybody knew this already.
Yeah,
everybody was talking about this.
Yeah, it looks like R. Kelly is the first artist removed from Spotify playlist after company enacts hateful content and content policy.
Was that last year?
Yeah, it was last year.
Okay.
It was in like May.
Okay.
yeah, but apparently he's still on there, which is some bullshit.
Are you
They
sure?
reinstate him? Anyway, I mean, or maybe it's other streaming sources that had him with the high plays. I don't know.
And this is one of those, I usually don't like the hashtag movements, but this is one of the ones that needed visibility. I don't give a fuck how they did it.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you fucking laser engraved that shit on the fucking moon. People need to know. Because people ignored it, especially people in the black community. They ignored that shit. They knew this motherfucker was a fucking pedophile. And they're like, oh, but he makes good music. I've heard so many fucking people say that shit. It's like, you disgusting motherfucker. You're giving this guy money that is literally raping our children. And like, I would think that a marginalized group, or if you come from the background of slaves, that should probably hit you in a fucking certain place, but you don't give a fuck because he sings good.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You just find what's selling the souls of children, right? I mean, what the fuck?
I'm also going to say this too, and again, I'm not trying to change the subject one bit, but Michael Jackson paid off a lot of families after multiple allegations of sleeping with children. So, a lot of people want to ignore that too. You know what I mean? But fuck these parents. Fuck R. Kelly. I am going to watch the documentary eventually. It seems like it's really fucking long, but I've heard it's really good and well done.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really well done. Like, you get to see people who were victim of. I don't want to say survivors because it just sounds weird. Victim. It's more victims than a survivor.
I mean, if you were in a sex cult and you were a teenager,
and then you
survived it,
and you got out of it. You ain't still in a dungeon.
You're not able to make rational decisions as a teenage girl at like 14, 15 years of age with a grown man that has that much money and fame.
The one thing about R. Kelly, I didn't know he had a fucking wife.
Oh, yeah. I think he's been married twice, right?
Well, Aaliyah was one of them. Oh, they talk about the one about when they talked about Aaliyah, man, that broke my fucking heart.
Yeah.
Just because she died like a couple of years ago, but like she was 16.
It wasn't a couple years ago.
It was about 20 years ago. But like she was.
We old, man.
Yeah, right.
She was 16.
It might feel like yesterday.
She was 16 when they got married.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like they talked about like.
And that shit, that's like one of the things where it's like, that definitely happened. Mm-hmm. And like you can't, in the video, it's like you can't possibly refute that shit. You tell me you get married with somebody and not have sex with them, get the fuck out, get the fuck out of here.
And well, like they talked about like they're on the tour bus and like R. Kelly and Aaliyah was in the back room and like the tour bus, like the doors pop open or whatever, and like everybody didn't know that they were like doing it, but they were on the tour bus and the door popped open. People saw him fucking Aaliyah and nobody did shit, which is common. Everybody who was in that bus should go to fucking jail too.
But also depends. This is the fucked up part about America is that it depends on what state they're in.
Yeah, we got into that a few episodes ago.
It's okay to fuck somebody at 16. It's fucking disgusting in my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not even done. I mean, technically, girls they develop a little faster than boys do, but still, 16, you know what the fuck you're doing. You know, I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah. And that grown-ass man, though, he knows what he's doing.
He was like 35 or something at that time?
Yeah, because he's almost basically on the wrong side of 50, I think, now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
But yeah,
something.
so the docuseries, they have like the survivor's victim from R. Kelly, they have his ex-wife, they have his previous like backup singers, his brothers are on there.
They have Sparkle on there?
Sparkle, yeah, she's on there. Sparkle's on there because the little girl from the video is her niece.
God damn.
And she's the one that introduced R. Kelly to her.
Jesus Christ.
And what's so fucked up is that some of the girls, like, they talk about meeting her. Like, this one chick said that she had like a threesome with that girl. And so when she saw the video, she's like super disgusted. Dude, that documentary series it's intense.
And you know what's off the hook too? Like, I've seen some rumblings again on the excuse front, talking about, well, he was a victim at
he talked about he was a victim and he was molested by his like babysitter or some shit.
Excuse.
Yeah, I mean,
and that he's like dyslexic.
Well, yeah, I heard he can't read and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
he can't read.
I'm like, okay, listen, you got hundreds of millions of dollars. You could, first of all, learn to read, goddammit. That's embarrassing. Secondly, you could get some help with the things that you went through as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than perpetuate those on someone
I've known
else.
people who's been sexually assaulted as children, and they're not out there trying to fuck a whole bunch of other little kids just to have them go to the same pain you went through.
Think about this. He's been rich and R&B famous since early 90s. Mm-hmm. You know how much fucking tail, like grown women, badass women, you should and could be getting?
Mm-hmm. They know how to throw in a circle.
Yeah.
Not scribble with crayons.
Yeah. I mean, you're literally turning down top-notch groupies from all over the world.
But then it also,
kids.
it almost seems like he wants somebody he can control and mold into the person that he wants.
Disgusting.
And some of it almost seems like he's trying to chase like Aaliyah again, because all these girls are like young, small, petite girls like Aaliyah was. It's crazy. But man, Aaliyah was so fine back then.
So you know what, Aaliyah, when she was 16, didn't her parents have to sign off on a marriage depending on what state they were in?
Well, if she was 16, depending on what state they're in, no, because
Well, no. So in the docuseries, they talked about how Aaliyah had lied that she was 18. So whatever state they're in.
So that's a no. It should be a no.
Annulment?
Well, yeah, it was a no. It was a no.
But how do we all know like when it happened? Because we're basically the same age as Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, she's the exact same as us. Her birthday is February 2nd or something like that.
79, right?
Yeah. But no, in the documentary, they actually, well, who knows if it's real or not, but I'm going to say it's real. They show their wedding certificate or whatever, or like the paperwork or whatever, which is crazy.
I remember hearing like right when Aaliyah came out that they were married and she was like 16, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Oh, like that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
She's hot as fuck. I was the same age.
Yeah,
At the time,
yeah.
right? She was hot as fuck. Like that shit was weird.
But kind of jumping back to the Spotify thing, if you go back to the search on here, it says that Spotify streaming report reported that their search went up for R. Kelly after documentary.
Maybe it's their search. People searching for it.
Maybe. I really think it's people looking for the music to see. Because, like, one of the things they talked about is, like, R. Kelly wrote "You're Not Alone" for Michael Jackson, which is like a really popular Michael Jackson song, especially for me, like growing up, because it's kind of like that breakup song or this and that. But he wrote that. Yeah. R. Kelly wrote that song for a girl that he got pregnant and she had a miscarriage.
Jesus Christ.
That's what that song's about. And it's like, fuck, why are you ruining shit? Damn.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird because when Michael Jackson did the video, he was with his then wife,
Tina Marie.
No, Elvis Presley.
Lisa Marie Presley.
Yeah, there you go, Lisa Marie Presley. Like Elvis's great granddaughter or granddaughter?
No, it's his daughter.
His daughter. Yeah.
Was his daughter?
Yeah, it was just his daughter.
Yeah, it was daughter. Okay, yeah. And then she's in the video, naked.
God damn.
So yeah,
you said Tina Marie. Tina Marie has one of like the best songs of all time. That
she has
Portuguese
a few.
Love.
Hell
God
yeah.
damn, that song was good.
Oh yeah,
I fucking love that song.
She has
I liked her.
Square Biz,
Fire and Desire.
Oh, that's her and Rick James.
That was.
Oh, we sound so old. Hey, if you have never heard of these songs, look them up. God damn it, these are fucking really good songs.
We grew up with them.
It's so funny. So I have.
Actually, they were almost before our time.
Yeah, it was. That was.
We would hear them like on replay.
Yeah.
At least with my
parents will use.
Yeah, our parents were playing them.
Well, what's crazy is that on Amazon Unlimited music, I had asked Alexa to play like 90s R&B. First song that comes on,
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. I'm like, next. But you know what's fucking crazy is that like if you go into R. Kelly's Twitter, one of the local radio stations are talking about this. If you go into R. Kelly's Twitter, so if you go to @R. Kelly on his Twitter page and you see, he has over 1 million followers.
Of course.
But if you look to see who's following him, there is still a bunch of fucking celebrities following him.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
I heard Lady Gaga double down on the defense of him.
Well, that was
wait a minute.
that was from last year, but she's still fucking.
I've heard she's been silent.
Ooh,
and her
what you doing, Gaga?
And her fan base is coming at her saying you need to denounce him, and she has said nothing as far as I know.
What
and
you
look,
doing,
as far as
Gaga?
2 days ago.
They did a song together talking about it doesn't
do what you want, you want with my body.
Yeah, it's like
What you doing, Gaga?
another fucking song by R. Kelly that's like talking about fucking chicks.
There's a lot of celebrities have chimed in. Master P was talking about the parents like letting them enable these girls doing it. He was saying that everybody knew, and y'all still let your girls go up there with this dude.
Truth,
let
though.
them go backstage. Talking about there's been beds backstage.
Oh, yeah.
Who brings a fucking bed backstage?
Oh yeah, somebody famous is talking about that. Oh no, somebody we know.
Somebody we know talked about that. They were talking about how they
Can't say
worked.
their name or
No, rather not. But they sat firsthand and said, yeah, when I worked at this venue, they had a bed set up for R. Kelly, and she said a bunch of teenage girls were going up in there, and they had guys selecting them for him.
Somebody I would trust.
someone who worked in the radio industry for years, just to put that out there.
Yeah. So I was like, wow. They're like,
Well, what's crazy is that they talk about how like in the recording studios there'll be multiple beds, and like there was a story where a girl walked into like she was there with her sister, and she was like her guardian to be there to protect her, and she like was looking for her sister, and she was like opening random doors, and there'd be girls in there by themselves just waiting for R. Kelly, and like there'll be a bed and like a fucking pan for them to like shit and piss in, and they couldn't leave the goddamn room.
We got to get off of this. This is pissing me off.
Dude, you
sure did get
have
off.
to watch the documentary. It's fucking intense.
So now it's 1.06. The followers are going down. That's good.
That's a good thing.
Well, let's look at his followers and see who's actually following him.
I mean, but damn, I will say Lifetime hit pay dirt with this.
Yeah.
They have their highest recorded views because of this.
And Lifetime is not a channel that gets big time views.
No, yeah, they don't.
usually.
I mean, they'll get like, a little steep, a couple
Made
like,
for TV,
yeah,
salacious movie.
or they'll do like, didn't Lifetime do like one of the spin-off to like a compliment to Straight Outta Compton, like what's her name, Michelle A story or something like that, or was that TV One or
Feels
BET?
like it could have been,
but they do stuff like that, like the other side of the story
from the other side of this,
from the ladies' perspective or whatnot. But this This is different. I know R. Kelly was talking about he was going to try to sue them. He says none of this is true and all this stuff.
All right,
what?
Robert.
All right, so I'm looking at the people. Actually, the count's gone down, which is good. Well, not really. So I'm gonna go down the list. These are names that I know. So actually, this is kind of sad. Joe Rogan follows him.
Oh, shit.
Snoop Dogg follows him. Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Draymond Green.
Oh shit, not Draymond.
Yeah.
Sometimes might be just because either they didn't know,
Well, they just hadn't had time to get to
And
it.
not everybody's big on
but I doubt it.
a lot, but
Yeah, 'cause honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Rogan didn't know up until like now,
Yeah.
and then maybe didn't know that he still followed him or some shit.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So Lady Gaga, Drew Hill, fucking iHeartMedia radio station follows them. T.I., Usher, fucking Ludacris, Maxwell, Ashanti, Mary J. Blige, Brandy, Lil' Kim, Eve, Faith Evans, fucking, dude, this list is fucking insane. K. Michelle, you guys probably don't know who she is, but
Wait, who? Say the name.
K. Michelle,
Yeah.
she's a rapper, female
Yeah, I know
rapper.
K. Michelle. She's on another documentary about having a fake ass.
Lala, Take Diggs, Fantasia,
Lala.
all right, God.
T-Pain,
I'm losing
T-Pain.
respect for every single one of the people.
Kiki Palmer. Dude, you just posted that picture of
Yeah,
her earlier today,
just saw
too.
I mean, dude,
Pandora Radio.
you got to think. Some of these people were probably longtime friends with them, so it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but this has been 30
Listen,
years.
if I knew that any of you in here
Yeah.
was a pedophile, like fucking little kids and shit, you would never be in my house again.
Nope.
You would like if I whip your ass.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Same.
I mean,
over
Prodigy has people shit on carpets. You let him in.
Adults, adult, grown, consenting women.
Adult owned.
All right, let's switch it up, man. We can stay on this shit for all the.
Can we
I got
talk about Voltron finally? Did everyone,
Yes,
is everyone
yes,
caught
I
up?
finished.
Holy shit.
Stole the.
Yes, because we've been waiting last week.
All right, go.
You were all hyping your seat up in your fucking feelings. Let's talk about Voltron. You
I did.
about to
I did.
skip?
I love it. I love Voltron. Voltron was fucking magnificent. Let's
Voltron season 8 popped out.
go. We had two great
Late-
seasons of Voltron this year.
I think it was more
Last
than
year.
two.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, 2018. 2018.
I think it was 3. They came out in like little chunks.
I don't think it was
One in
3.
the spring, one in the spring. Yeah, one in the spring, one in the summer, and then
'Cause
late.
one was only like 6 episodes.
Yes, one was like 6, like
That must have
early, like
So you're
April.
saying season 6, 7, and 8 came out this year?
Yes.
Really? All right.
Yeah,
Maybe
they
I'll
came
fact
out.
check that.
They were the, like Blue said, one of them was only like 6 episodes, and they upped the ante.
Okay.
So apparently season 5 came out in March.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's
Okay.
4?
3.
Yeah.
3?
4 seasons. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Damn.
A lot of Voltron this year. Just to start it off, the very first fucking episode of season 8, we get some Lance and Allura going out on a date.
Long time coming.
Yeah. Now Lance was always trying to get them draws.
Oh, yeah.
She was actually the only one I would try to get with on in Voltron. I wouldn't try to go after
Pidge?
She's underage.
Yeah. Unless you're R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Pidge
But I mean,
was like
Lance
maybe
is,
17.
Is Lance even? Is he like 17, 18? I don't know how old
Lance
is.
could be 19 or more.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, I would say he's older.
Regardless,
I
it
think Paige
makes
is the only one underage.
regardless it makes sense that he would go after Allura.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I would do the same thing if I was Lance.
Yeah.
But it felt like to me throughout all of these fucking seasons, and I watched them like back to back to back to back. Allura wasn't trying to fuck with Lance.
No, right?
Ever.
She was all about, for the second, she was all about, what's the name?
Chris Lotor
Yeah.
for a minute.
Oh, she
and
was
then
about
just
Lotor.
not even just really giving a fuck about the Alteans and losing that planet, or you know what I mean? Like she was not about the romance. What
I mean,
y'all think of this?
that's some Padme shit. Like how Padme and Anakin were, and then like Padme didn't give a fuck about Anakin, and all of a sudden she's like, I love you. I'm like, wait, where the fuck did that come
Well,
from?
so Padme is kind of some pedophile shit too, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Real talk.
Y'all seem to forget.
Yeah.
You saw you
hold
met
on.
him when you was six.
She was 14. He
but
was
he was
6.
six.
6 or no, he was 9.
I don't know, he was real young.
No,
He looked like he was 6 or 7, bro.
He was 6.
His,
But
head, his head was still real big.
Oh,
I'm talking about that. Yeah,
Dude, he was trying to spit game though.
But they didn't hook up until he was like 19, 20-ish.
You still knew him as a 6-year-old
She did?
and you was in high school.
I mean, he pulled some Drake shit. What am I supposed to say? Anyway, back to Voltron. Yeah, it was kind of weird, but I felt like she did become a little.
she was all Annie. Do you love
Damn.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh man. Yeah, she was. I mean, there were some big things that happened. Like Earth was attacked. She thought she was like her and Karan.
calling her a thought? Goddamn.
No, I'm just saying Earth was attacked. She thought that like her and Karan were the last two of her species.
Yep.
Finding out that there's more and how to keep their race going. And then this dude's like, hey, we've been through this. She's like, well, yeah, kind of, but I'm still up in my feelings about it. It just wasn't. And then finding out that Lotor is basically Space R. Kelly.
Oh, wait a minute. How did he become R. Kelly?
I just like that.
Well, actually, he was way younger than Allura.
I thought they were the same age.
No.
yeah.
Allura's old as fuck.
Oh, she's like
She's older.
10,000 years old.
Yeah.
Nah.
She still look good though.
But she was in hyperbolic sleep, so did that really count?
Old pussy.
Oh, man.
Cosmic pussy is good pussy.
I'm trying to think what happened this season because
Oh, man. I almost made a Captain Marvel
been a
joke, but I'm
while.
not trying to trigger Prodigy right
Don't
now.
do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I was thinking to make that the name of the podcast, but I can't. Cosmic pussy is good pussy. Is just,
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
iTunes would be like, no, bro.
Delete.
get banned.
I mean, the other big thing, obviously, they take the battle out to the witch. What's her name?
Oh yeah, she's the main
Honova.
badass.
Yeah.
Honova is like Honorva. She's one of the best villains in a long time. She's
She
really
brought
good.
it. I liked her arc.
Yeah.
Decided to just destroy entire realities.
All of them.
God
Well,
damn.
She was Thanos of this fucking series because she wanted her family back and she was gonna use her power. Oh, not Thanos. Not Thanos because his family. He didn't have a fucking family. I'm tripping. It's like Into the Spider-Verse with Kingpin.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wanted his family back, and he's gonna fuck up all reality to get him back. Mm-hmm. Sorry, spoiler.
That movie been out for a month.
Yeah, go to gold winner.
Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah,
about
that's all bad. And you know what's even fucked up? She gets what she wants, and it's not what she expected.
it. Yeah, Prince Lotor at the age of like 5 or 6.
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, you ain't my mama? Fuck out of
I
here.
don't know this bitch.
Remember dinosaurs? Not the mama.
Yeah.
Damn.
We making some old references.
Yeah.
Some of these
Hey.
Hey, that could be the name of the podcast. Old references.
Did I tell you that there's a couple of kids from my oldest daughter's high school that listen to this podcast?
Really?
I'm like, what the fuck?
How do they get access? How? Houseway.
Well, it's easy, but
Yeah, I know, but
Are you over 18?
how do you
Yes.
how do you get our references? It's like it's weird to me.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm not gonna call them out because I know who they are.
But I appreciate you
Maybe.
listening.
Yeah.
Kids.
No, I
Appreciate
don't. I
the
want to know because what if they go run into their mama? Mama, you know what they say in the podcast?
It says 18 plus, mama.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Watch your goddamn kids. Don't be like R. Kelly.
Don't be those R. Kelly parents. Don't be like that.
But yeah, Minerva, I loved her fucking arc, man. The whole multiverse stuff. I love the whole merging of the big ship with Voltron. What was it?
The
Atlas? Yeah, Atlas with fucking Voltron.
Oh, yeah, that was
shit
good. That was dope.
Yeah.
that was fucking dope.
And I love how like Honorva.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say.
The
her.
witch.
Honorva. It's hard for me to say it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but
with
she's-
Lotor's fucking Roby staying together. I was like, damn, that shit was dope. I like how they were like so vastly different, like the way that their mechs worked and shit. That shit was cool.
That scene really reminded me of Dragon Ball Super from the Black Goku arc because there's a scene where they fuse together and they become like this ultimate power, and it was just like I was like, that's fucking dope. But also it was a page from oh god, what's the name of that old school PlayStation game? Zone of the Enders.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this shit's
game.
fucking dope.
Yeah.
I love that game.
I liked how the witch or Minerva like literally fucked off her whole like elite team. Like she had Lotor's elite squad and said, "Fuck y'all, I'm gonna do my own thing." But like, hey, we're here to help you. She's like, "Nope, fuck y'all," and they're like, "What the fuck?"
One of the things that actually stood out for me, I love the mini sub arc with, I guess it was the Galra women that were Oxa, I think is her name.
Yeah, she's part of the squad.
It's part of the squad.
Yeah, but then the big tank kind of Furuzaria, whatever.
Yeah,
looking
she's
one.
part of the squad.
Yeah, but she just, I like the fact that she came all the way from being like super duper evil, betrayed that, got on board, all that whole stuff with that crew. You know what I mean? That was good.
I like how they had patched up some things with other characters. Like when they go to help out that one place, and the guys are like, "Y'all guys fucking left us. You've been gone for too fucking long. Like fuck Voltron, and this and that, and this and that." But you know, they saw what really fucking happened and fucking turned around. But yeah, Hagar had her dude. She was the main arc of this story, and it was cool to see that backstory of her like going from being an Altarian to her, like, you know, her and Lotor taking in that fucking dark elf shit. I can't think of what it's called anymore. Quintessence. Yeah, they took in the quintessence, and like she didn't know who the fuck she was anymore, and he was like, "Oh, you're such and such." Oh no, she got her name based off of what the chick that she killed. Yeah, like that's how she got her name. That's what it was.
It just was a solid season. And then my other favorite part was them going into this like dark dimension and seeing the original paladins.
Oh yeah, that was cool too.
Really cool.
And then they're fighting them. We don't know what the fuck's going on. They're in like this parallel kind of suspension dimension, dark dimension.
Mm-hmm. They're fighting against.
Well, no, they're in her Hagar's mind. I call her Hagar instead of Honorva. I can't say right now. Honorva?
Yeah.
Honorva. They went into her mind.
Okay.
That's where they found them. So
because they were trapped there.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's like its own reality too.
It was. Well, they're trying to break through layers of her to find her location. Yeah. But I thought it was cool that each paladin you saw from the past had their own unique weapon.
Yep.
Just like the paladins, the new paladins had their own, but the old ones had like interesting weapons. Like one had a bow and arrow and shit.
Like at first, I thought they were fighting each other. Until like it finally was revealed that they were fighting the old paladins. But also like when they free Lotor, because he was in her mind too, and I guess you got to see the good side of him.
Mm-hmm. He was
and
all
like,
fucked up. Did you see the,
Yep.
Yeah, he was hella fucked up.
Yeah.
You were gonna,
No, go ahead, Blue.
No, I was gonna say like it was crazy how what's her name? Shit,
Hagar.
The witch.
How she fucking how she had control over the what's the name people like
Altaians?
Yeah, the Altaians. How they were like in prison, they like got out, but she had like fucking mind control. Like she was snapping fucking necks with a snap of her finger and shit. Like she had complete control of these guys. She R. Kelly people.
Yep.
I mean, this is gonna go down as one of the greatest cartoons of all time.
Absolutely.
I mean,
But it was crazy because we all like assumed that Lotor was gonna make a return.
Yeah.
well,
And it was, I mean, he kind of did toward the end, or I guess
in the
his
middle of the
essence.
season, yeah.
But I like the choice though.
Yeah, I
You know what
did
mean?
too. I didn't see it come that way.
The witch, I liked her before, but this last season made me truly love like what she brought to the table.
She was fucking ruthless.
Yeah.
Totally ruthless.
So I enjoyed that part of it.
She almost had that Emperor Palpatine thing going on, where she was like working for the dark side, but she also had like that good side of her too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
And we got to mention, Shiro at the end, at the very end, I guess, because all the fans wanted to see this, does end up with somebody.
Well, it's not even that they wanted to see it. Is that, I mean, they talked about he was gay.
Yeah.
And that was out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Well, but I think like in the fandom itself, I think some of them were very vocal that you don't see them ever having a relationship, and there was a little bit of a backlash of, well, if you're not going to show him being happy and having a relationship, then what the fuck was the point of doing the reveal?
I kind of agree with that though. Like you can't say that somebody's gay and then just kind of sweep the rest under the rug.
Yeah, and
you got to show them doing some gay shit.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
Well, it's funny to me because with that, Shiro probably has the happiest ending out of everybody else.
I mean, Hank got it what he wanted to.
They're all really good ones. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most tragic is Lance because he
He didn't get to smash.
Yeah,
yo.
I mean,
Never got the pussy.
Yeah, he didn't get to. He barely was with her for like a fleeting bit of time, and then
One day.
she chooses.
He didn't get to see what that Altarian dude.
She chooses to go into the Speed Force or whatever, and then like that's it. Like he becomes a farmer or whatever. It's just like Well, that kind of sucks. You know, the love of your life is gone. Chose to walk out on you.
One of my favorite episodes was I think it might have been like the second episode, or maybe it might have even been the first, where they go back to the old school Voltron when they show Pidge like back then, and they're going shopping and shit, and she has like that old school outfit, and she's like talking like she was in the old school, the original fucking Voltron. That shit was a cool throwback in my opinion.
Easter egg.
Yeah, saying I feel like Allura could throw it in a dodecahedron. Yeah, not even a circle.
3-dimensional.
Yeah, great fucking show, man.
But it was also I mean, it might be a little bit of a reach, but there was, in my opinion, a reach or kind of a callback to the vehicle Voltrons.
Okay.
So there's a scene where there's like, do you remember watching the vehicle Voltrons?
A little vaguely. This was in the 80s.
So there's a scene where the planets, other people from the planets are coming to help out, and some of them are in vehicles. Well, those vehicles, in my opinion, I feel they match the vehicles that are in the vehicle Voltron one. So like the cars and the planes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Are from the original series. So if you go back and watch it, maybe you might notice it. I mean, it's pretty quick, but it's in there.
Yeah. Since we all saw it, do y'all want to give like an actual rating for either the series or the season or whatever?
I mean, this was the finale.
This was the finale. Olden, do you want to start us off?
I like this a lot. I've been telling yo podcast prodigy that this was a good show. Blue was telling yo ass this is a blue show or a good show. You slept on it.
I slept on it. I was wrong.
This was great. I didn't when I finished it. I wanted more, and I was sad that it ended. I'm hoping that they do some kind of either spinoff or something more Voltron related. This was a definite 9 for me. 9.5. 9.5 for me.
Solid.
Overall series.
Nice. What you got, Kronos?
9.5 as well.
Ooh.
Great show.
Excellent.
Yeah, really good.
High marks. Blue, what you got?
I'm gonna give it a 9.5 as well.
Ooh.
If you go back and watch the first season of Voltron, it is kind of slow, but originally was going to be for kids, like it was kind of kiddie show, but then it got more serious, like developing up their characters and building up more story arcs and stuff like that. That would have. If it would have started the way it is now, it would have been a solid 10. But like since it started off kind of kiddie in the beginning and it was kind of hard to watch, that's why I'm giving it a 9.5. And plus, got to interview the cast.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. Check out the old podcast. You have, I think, 4 members of the voice. Well, you have 4 members of the voice cast and then 2 members of the actual production.
The executive, the producers.
Yeah.
I'm going 9.7. This knocked my socks off, and I binge watched it this year. I got all the way fucking caught up.
Nice.
Let's stick with shows and Netflix just a little bit longer. Carmen San Diego.
Oh, this guy.
Here we go.
She's getting a reboot.
Yeah.
I was actually excited about this.
Okay.
I'm not feeling that excited anymore. Why? Because
she's female?
I like how you asked yourself a question.
I am asking myself a question.
It's like a
Why,
reverend.
Prodigy?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Prodigy.
Yeah, but I mean,
Good question, Prodigy.
here's the thing. They
Ain't no dumb answers.
did a drastic change with this character.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not the only one calling it out. There's plenty of articles all over the fucking internet with people doing think pieces and editorials about the fact that she went from being truly the world's greatest thief to basically being a Kim Possible
Put some
shield
respect on that
agent.
name. No, okay.
A shield agent, you know, in a lot of ways, only stealing from other thieves, and that's a drastic change. That's it.
She's not Robin Hood.
And that's exactly what they've made.
Or at least
They've
she
made
wasn't.
her out to be in this reboot. Now,
she's also
old
not a
man, you
killer.
gonna defend this bullshit?
Well, no, I'm going to say this, that we've never, when we were introduced to Carmen San Diego, she was not part of the Vile program. She'd already been past that. A lot of her past had to be uncovered by the quote-unquote player, which is, if you watch the
talking about for the game or the show?
yeah.
TV show. The TV show had a live-action counterpart.
Yeah.
Where they would talk, they would break the fourth wall and talk to the viewer, which was the quote-unquote player, which was actually an actor who was like controlling shit from like a 90s computer. But Carmen was already established. She was already an agent. She was already wanted. She was like top 3 on Interpol. We're seeing her now in this reboot with her training at Vile. So this is like super origin.
Prequel?
Hold on, did you look that up or did you actually know that?
No, I knew that. You don't see her in Vile when she's in the earlier cartoons.
I don't remember any of that shit.
In the trailer, she's training at Vile. You don't see any of that
I don't
in the
remember
original.
any of that shit in the original, like any reference to Vile. I just remember me trying to find her ass somewhere in the world.
When you find her backstory, she was part of Vile, which is like
where was her backstory?
when you uncover it playing the games or like
I don't remember any of that shit.
Yeah, it was all.
Do you remember that
It's
shit?
I
super.
think I remember vaguely from the game, but not
Yeah.
the cartoon.
Yeah, no, the cartoon doesn't. They very, very lightly touch on it. In the
But
cartoon.
regardless of any of that, like Vile or not, she was the world's greatest thief and was definitely the one being hunted.
Oh yeah, yes.
And then that was the hook to get kids to understand geography and then eventually history.
Yeah,
actually, everything.
that's what I took away from it was geography and history. Yeah,
And then that was the whole point. It was
Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
better like educational shows.
it really was.
You know, that you can remember, and we've talked about her on the show quite a bit. I think we all were pretty much fans of hers, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I was looking forward to this reboot. It is not out yet. The trailer's out, but I don't necessarily like that drastic change. Now,
least
she's
she
a
looks
lot
like-
younger, and I could deal with that,
At
but...
least she looks like a girl. That's one. I said at least she looks like a girl.
Oh, there we go. There we go. But
Damn.
yeah, I don't have a problem with the art style or anything like that. It's fine.
Like I saw the trailer and I was like,
I'm not.
well, the first thing that came to mind was Catwoman, because she's made a big thief and she kind of jumps sides and stuff like that. So I'll give it a chance. Like I gave She-Ra a chance and all the other Netflix shows a chance. So I'll give it this show a chance.
And I like She-Ra. You like She-Ra too.
Yeah, I like She-Ra. It was pretty good.
Man, y'all didn't give it nothing above a 7.
yeah, but
That's why I said it was pretty good. I didn't say it was amazing.
Yeah, we all
still have
finished it.
issues with it.
Unlike
Wouldn't
you.
a 7 be in the pretty?
I'm just...
I think I'm
putting-
above the halfway
not
mark.
great.
Stop trying to
not
fucking
great.
hate.
Not great. It was a 2, goddammit. Fuck that show.
Notice how we didn't say great. We said pretty good.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying it wasn't...
No, I just said it.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great.
We didn't fucking say great.
It wasn't even pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Damn.
but we'll see. I think it drops later this month, right?
Possibly.
Is it really? Damn.
Yeah,
Netflix don't-
I know it's coming out pretty quick.
I like how
Pretty
Netflix
soon.
does that though. They announce something and they drop it real fucking quick.
Yeah.
Well, I know with what was it with Stranger Things season 2? They dropped that like right after the Super Bowl. Like they showed a trailer. It's like you can watch it now.
Yeah, but Stranger Things season 3 though we gotta
wait.
Yeah,
We've seen.
Dude, it's been years since the last one
yeah, but
Yeah.
we gotta wait even longer.
We gotta wait till July 4th.
Yeah,
of this year.
Yeah.
Those kids gonna be much older looking. Puberty gonna hit all of them.
maybe. Yeah.
I mean,
I wonder if Miller's hair is gonna grow out.
I wonder is this
do
the final season of Stranger Things or nah? Do we know?
Well, I know they have like a definite story they want to tell, right? And then it's gonna be done. Because they were originally supposed to do like some other show.
A spinoff?
No, it wasn't even Stranger Things. It wasn't their original thing. It was like some other. It was like an established. I had to look it up. It was like an established like thing that they're gonna do.
You know, that sounds
Like,
familiar.
then they got fired from it or something like that.
Well, they're gonna reboot something or like
something like that. I
Well, I
can't
know
remember.
Stranger Things was only going to be supposed to be one season, but since it was so goddamn popular, Netflix was like, "Hey, we're going to add some more seasons
Yeah,
to
it was a
this."
hit. Who
Yeah.
wants to stop a hit?
I think that series was like the best marketing for like mouth to mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't see any trailers for it. I didn't see anything about it. Everybody just kept talking about it. Like I remember with it, like you guys were at WonderCon or at
One of them.
San Diego
Yeah.
Comic Con, and people were talking about it.
Yeah. To answer Prodigy's question, Disney.
Disney did what?
You were saying who wants to stop a hit? Disney.
Oh yeah.
Well, what are you talking about specifically?
So Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist.
You're putting that on Disney and not Netflix, huh?
No, I'm putting that. Yeah, I'm putting that on Disney.
Okay.
I'm not putting that on Netflix.
But wait, Solo is now on Netflix. Like he just
It is.
came out there today. Isn't that owned by
So
Disney?
and so is Infinity War, which came out like maybe
May of
Christmas
last year.
Eve.
Or, yeah.
You know
No,
what's
I'm talking about on released on Netflix.
I was watching Infinity War last night, and they have a new feature on there where if you're watching a scene and if it's like a fight scene, after the fight's over, a little box will pop up. Like, you know how it says like you want to skip the intro?
Yeah.
This one's like, do you want to rewatch that scene?
Oh,
So if you
that's
click
cool.
on it, you can go back and watch that whole scene over again. It's kind of
That's
dope.
actually
That's kinda dope.
Yeah.
Might have to use that.
Yo, fapping, you be like, how do I get this to X Hamster? You
Pornhub.
fapping. It's all bad.
Y'all want to do Baki? Because I know you saw this.
What the hell's Baki?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
Baki the Grappler.
Yeah.
That was from Cake Man. Actually asked us a couple of weeks ago, have I watched, or any of us watched Baki the Grappler? Mm-hmm. And I said no. So I was like, I saw it. I remember hearing about it before, and I wanted to watch it. And so I finally started watching the series. I completed it.
Oh, no.
Like
you're all
the
done.
new Netflix one.
Yeah.
So you haven't completed it yet?
Not quite. I didn't get a chance to finish the whole thing. I was like 4 or 5.
The end, I say quotes, and it's disappointing, but because it's not a fucking end. It's so stupid. But
Cliffhanger?
not even a cliffhanger. It's just like, I guess we're done. That's
Wow.
literally how it felt to me.
Wow.
I was just like, dude, what the fuck?
The animation just starts getting pixeler and it's just stick figures. It's
Well,
fucking
no, you get
fade out.
introduced. What the fuck's going on here? It's the same thing again. You guys
Like
hear
mic's
that?
going out? Yeah, I can't hear you.
It's like really.
Oh, it's like super low. Now I thought you moved away from the mic.
No, it's like.
That's all bad.
What the fuck?
Loose wires or something?
Loose lip.
While he's getting that going,
Test.
Have you seen this show?
yeah, I've seen a few episodes. I mean, just in terms of the actual premise while he's doing that, there's a whole bunch of prisoners that are escaping in the most dramatic, violent ways out of jail and saying, I want to taste defeat. And they're coming to Tokyo to battle Baki, who's infamous in terms of his fighting ability. And it's like these underground Tokyo martial arts tournaments that sounded promising.
Sorry.
There we go.
Test. There we go.
That's better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little better.
Yeah.
All right.
But that Baki is just a badass, and all of these fucking at least 5 or 6 criminals that break out of maximum fucking security prisons are doing badass shit. They're fucking breaking people's heads open with
Wait,
their
this,
fucking
this
punches and
isn't this isn't Battle Prison?
shit. No.
Dude, like one of the guys who's like an older guy, he's small, which is funny because I don't give anything away, but he's in the show, and he's a guy that basically kills people through poison.
Yeah.
And like he basically asked somebody like, what's the deadliest poison, and then he like whispers in his ear, and then he puts his mouth in the guy's ear and then blows his brains out through his ear, through his other ear. I was like, God damn.
And this is on Netflix?
Yeah, it gets pretty fucking graphic.
Cute.
The one that got me is the guy meets Baki for the first. Is it Cell? The bald guy.
Oh yeah, I forget his name.
Yeah. Anyway, the bald criminal. He meets Baki for the first time in Tokyo. He's talking a whole bunch of shit to him. He's hitting him with some dark magic bullshit, and then he takes somebody else's gun, shoots himself through the fucking cheek, and then keeps on like battle. Does it more than once. Doesn't give a fuck. Has a hole in his cheek for the rest of that fucking episode.
There's another guy that goes way worse than that. Like he literally gets what the fuck happens? He has a mouthful of bullets explode in his mouth.
Damn.
And he keeps fighting.
I love it.
And it's fucking crazy. And so the guy you're talking about, he's in like his late 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking. So you're like, yeah, you're not nowhere near close to the end, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm not quite to the midpoint, but I will. I'll
Yeah.
finish it off.
It's like the fight scenes in this are fucking. They're crazy.
Yeah.
They're totally fucking crazy. Because like you'll have somebody like literally take out like an eyelash and then throw it in somebody's eyeball and shit. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Love it.
Yeah, and then people that can like basically survive like shit that you should not be able to survive.
I love
So it
it.
looks like there's 48 episodes altogether.
So the rest must be on like
Yeah,
Crunchy or something.
and you know how like a lot of animes they don't do seasons, they just kind of roll into a continuous thing. So maybe Netflix doesn't have all the things up.
Well, I think that was the original run. I think this is a new one.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is oh wait, maybe let's see.
Because I think the 2018 version is
Yeah, it's
like,
only 13.
Oh, so yeah, there's 26 episodes of the new run.
26. Okay, so 13 is done. I'm waiting for the rest. 'Cause
Yeah.
The end of this one, I was just like, all right, where's the next? What the fuck? Like, there's a new guy. Can I watch what he does? And because literally, like, it ends in the middle of a fight scene.
damn.
I'm
Okay.
just like, dude, what the fuck?
that's an awkward cutoff then.
Yeah, really
okay.
awkward. Especially when I didn't tell you it's the end. It's just like, it just stopped, and it's like, you know, it normally says like skip to the next episode.
Yeah.
It's like watch something new, and I was
Yeah.
like, no, I want to watch this.
Fucking shit, man. Yeah, it's really great. I can't wait to fucking finish that shit off, man. High praise for a brand new anime.
Yeah, it's really
Just
good.
added it to my queue.
The only thing is that it's the same fucking thing. It fucking just died again. The animation style is older.
Oh, sure.
So
Okay.
and then they have some cell shading in there too
Yeah.
at some point. So
Badass violence. Gotta fucking love that shit.
What are you doing? There's all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Sword guy.
Huh. Oh, okay, I know what that one is. I know it's Netflix now. That's weird.
We talked about Sword Guy a little bit last year.
A while ago.
Yeah.
There's a new one now. Well, this is a new one.
Oh, so maybe they're continuing with Sword Guy?
Netflix
Yeah.
only.
It's on Netflix. There's 2 seasons on Netflix right now.
Jesus.
TVMA. Which means there's gonna be some jigglies in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, or hardcore violence, which we love.
Or hardcore jigglies.
Bloody titties.
Lord.
Was it prison school, the one where they had like it was an all girls school and there was like 5 male inmates that were like they were there in prison, but it was a school of just girls, and like the warden or principal was like some super hot chick that wore like a short skirt and would like punish them and shit.
Yes, I love that fucking series. That shit had 2 seasons. It was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Great anime titties.
The guys kept trying to escape.
Remember how we talked about Goblin Slayer last year and all some of the, 2018, and some of the controversy? I keep
Like 2
saying
weeks
last
ago.
year. Yeah. I keep saying last year. So there's a new controversial anime that's got the world all aflutter.
Oh, tell us, Prodigy.
This one's called Rise of the Shield Hero.
I almost watched it. That was one of the ones that came out early as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
I have not seen the pilot quite yet. I hope to do that maybe late night tonight. The controversy is in the early episodes, maybe the pilot and the second episode, there's a false rape allegation that causes the hero to be ostracized from his community. And it seems like it's a fantasy anime similar to Goblin Slayer. And, I don't know if it's like virtual fantasy like Sword Art Online or something else quite yet.
It's on Crunchyroll?
I believe so. But yeah, the issue is some people don't like the fact that there is a false rape allegation as a plot element in this fucking anime.
Like it doesn't exist.
Yeah, like it never can happen in the world.
Even though it's been proven that it's like me saying that rape doesn't exist.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, obviously it's way less than rapes, but it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's documentation of it. And then the other thing is this is a fictional series, and even if you've read the manga, there's no telling where the anime will completely go. They may make some changes from the fucking manga. I don't get the controversy at all, but it's given more hype to people wanting to see this show. I think it's going to be a big hit because of the controversy. What y'all think?
Nah. I think that these social justice warriors, they need to stop. They're making every year worse. Like they're just trying to get like these weird. So the problem is nowadays is that we don't go through like this fucking what do you call it?
Due process? Or
No.
Vetting?
We don't have like a trial. Like in most societies, like you have to go through like when you're growing up. What the fuck is it called?
Like a
rite of passage?
Rites of passage.
Gauntlet for manhood. Or
We're missing rites of passage now. Like for me, like my rites of passage basically went from like being bullied to being a bully, and then like being a normal guy, and then join the Marine Corps. Like rites of passage for me.
Okay.
I think nowadays we try to reduce the amounts of rites of passage, and so for now, rites of passage are these social justice points, and they don't really net you anything in real life. But I think people are like, this outrage culture is to make them seem like they're something more, to like seem like they're more part of society, that they're so quick to point out certain things, but it doesn't really get you anything in life. Like there's no point in time where you try to accuse somebody, for no reason whatsoever of something. It's not going to gain you any other kind of points except for like your semi-peers, but they're not really your peers, because that whole side of the like life, they eat their own. Like they really do, like constantly. Like once they hear that you've done something even slightly fucked up, they'll just kick you out of the group and just eat you up.
No forgiveness.
Yeah, and I think people really need to understand that there are problems for both men and women that are unique to men and women that people just want to totally ignore. Like people want to talk about fucked up shit about women, but they totally ignore fucked up shit about men. Like we work, the most dangerous jobs. You want to talk about consent? No fucking man consents to circumcision as a baby. Sure. You know what I mean? So shit like that is all fucked up. Are more likely to get killed by another man. Nobody talks about shit like that. You want to talk about rape? I mean, yeah, that's a big thing too. But it's like we have our own problems. And until you start recognizing again that there's still problems on both sides, you're never gonna fucking win any of these fucking arguments. You're not gonna win in life. You're just gonna argue or try to gain points with people that are just as ridiculous as you are.
The funny thing, and I'm with you all the way on that. The funny thing for me with this is an anime series. This is totally fake. None of this is even based on any actual real world human beings that ever lived.
Well, it's a totally different culture.
Yeah, it's from Japan.
Yeah.
It's based on a manga. Sometimes the mangas came out 40 years ago. I don't know about this one specifically, but regardless, if the subject matter isn't for you, there's some anime that just isn't for me, you know?
Yeah.
And usually what I do when an anime isn't for me, what do? I turn it off and find another one.
Yeah, like most slice of life animes, I don't watch.
Yeah, they're not for me.
The original anime dropped in 2014, or the original manga dropped in 2014, and it's still ongoing. And this one just dropped today.
Wow.
Like it says January 9th was the first episode.
Yeah.
Super topical, right on top of it. But I heard about the controversy more than the actual, fake, I'm going to put in quotes, controversy, more than I heard about the actual, elements of the story, whether it's fun, whether the anime style is good, whether the intro's a fun song. It could be great.
Well, this is the same thing about Goblin Slayer. When episode 1 dropped, people complained about people being raped, but you know what? It's one of the number one it's one of the top animes out there right now.
Sure is. Worldwide.
Yeah, and it'll be on the Golden Eggplant Awards.
Yeah.
So, because it's a great anime.
And I'm just going to clarify one other thing, too. In that series, it is only, and so far, and I haven't read the manga, it's only the goblins doing the heinous stuff.
Yeah,
it's not like the hero changes from being a good guy and then says, "Oh, well, I'm going to commit rape and sexual assault." That didn't happen.
And they get punished.
Exactly. Yeah, they get and they're evil. Yeah, it's. Anyway, we will see if this later on. Like I said, I may watch it tonight. We'll see if this anime is actually even worth talking about, whether it's any good. Period. But I'm going to evaluate it fairly.
I saw it on there. It climbed the ranks of Crunchyroll pretty quick. So I'll check it out. I just had a kind of fucked up week. So
yeah,
I was trying to find it, but I can't find it on Verve.
So apparently, Soldier 76.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's gonna say
Overwatch is gay. He's gay as fuck.
Wait, you mean like the main character?
Well, you can main him.
Well, you saying
Well, I never played it, so.
you never played any of Food?
Yeah, only one I.
Overwatch.
So there is no main character.
Wait, you said Overwatch. I don't know why I was thinking fucking Fallout.
No, it's Overwatch.
Okay, never mind.
Apparently he's gay. I don't know. Did that cause any kind of controversy?
Apparently.
Some people,
folks
I
is
saw
upset.
way more people being like, yay and okay, cool, or whatever, than I did any type of people being anti this.
I don't give a fuck. Did you shoot somebody in the face? That's all I care about.
Yeah.
You know, it's
a first-person team-based shooter.
There's other gay characters in the show, in the game that I'll play as. I don't give a fuck what their sexual orientation. Can you kill somebody?
Yeah.
That's all I care about in that game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And why can't I jump? Why is he the only one that can jump? Other players can't jump.
What do you mean?
Some of them can't.
I was about to say, because I know that, what's that Black Widow one?
Yeah.
She can teleport, right?
No, she has like a grappling hook you
Yeah.
can jump.
Oh, yeah. And then there's Doomfist.
Yeah. I mean,
Orbital Fist.
And then technically Zenyatta never is on the ground. So
yeah, he floats.
yeah. Even fucking Mercy. She has fucking wings, goddammit.
that's who I mean, by the way.
Yeah,
Zenyatta.
he's great character. You showed me the power of him for both attacking and for healing, which is awesome. It's a great game all the way around. I love the fact that there's supposedly a really good comic. I haven't started reading it, but the comic is where a lot of this kind of additional lore drops from.
I thought that was a digital short with him and his ex-boyfriend.
Wait, digital?
Like a little mini CGI movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's like a scene where his ex shows up and they're like a little tiff.
But then there were rumors I know from even the comic too.
Oh.
From a while ago. I mean, I don't know how to separate the fan fiction on Tumblr from like the real rumors from the actual
Wait,
comic.
Tumblr's still up?
No.
Back in the day.
The thing is, people might be complaining to us about, well, they're changing the character. Well, no, because this character literally had no backstory before this. So I don't really give a shit. You could have made him whatever. You could have made him a fucking unicorn. I don't really give a shit.
I do love those fucking shorts that they do. Blizzard puts out a 5-6 minute short. Me and my daughter fucking have watched that Diva one over and over and over again. She fucking loves it. So it's
Diva one.
Yeah, there's one where she's saving basically all of Korea.
Oh, isn't there one where she has a squad? She has like a 4-man squad where they're all in mechs and she's the only one that survives or something like that.
Yeah, they briefly allude to that in that same clip.
Okay.
But yeah, good for Overwatch. I know they're doing their goddamn thing out there. You know what I mean?
Sure.
People still playing it all over the world and enjoying it. The other one was, again, staying with Overwatch, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole thing. But there was like a pro player who pretended to be a girl, one of the only girls on the Overwatch pro player team or circuit by the name of Ellie.
This is super complicated.
Yeah.
From what I understand, or from what I only got so far, and it's still, from what I understand, an ongoing process.
Well, she got supposedly harassed and then doxxed. Is that how you? Am I saying it right, or am I an old man that's fucking this up?
No idea.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then quit. And that's when I started hearing about it. I was like, well, why the fuck? You're going to have haters. And for me, I was like, if you're you want me to consider esport players as athletes because they're with ESPN, Disney Channel, and on TV and all this other stuff. Well, athletes of all fucking shapes and sizes that are pro experience internet hate and hate in the stadiums and whatnot and foul things being said to them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm coming on the fence with that, man, because there's plenty of people that are famous, both athletes and people that are super famous that leave Twitter for whatever reason.
I hear you on leaving Twitter. That's not what happened here. She left the sport. That's the distinction. I could see that you don't have to be online with everything, but she left the game, supposedly. That's how it was. It was presented in articles, and I was like, you got to be tougher than that to just leave. I mean, imagine someone like Muhammad Ali or Jackie Robinson or Bill Russell or a whole list of people, even modern times, leaving because of internet.
I got to stop you there. There's way more to it than just that.
Well, I wasn't.
So
done, but all right.
People were coming at this person saying that they were not who they said they were.
And they were fake, yes.
So the identity of the player is still unknown.
Okay.
There have been people who are attacking the player saying that they are not truly female.
Yep.
They're saying that they may be like some kind of paid third-party person because apparently on the circuit they were earning money with a team.
Yes.
So there's been media outlets and the team itself, no one from the team has met this person.
Yep.
And apparently they went dark. Now there's been rumors that a female pro player apparently knows this person and claims that there's another player who is male who did this as a social experiment to see what happened. And there's been a whole fucking slew of issues with this because they were on another team and you can't be doing that if you're not with like another pro team, shit like that. I guess Blizzard wants to protect the privacy of the player if they are real versus someone who's faking an account to do like whatever the fuck they want for some kind of social experiment or some kind of weird like paper maybe even. There's been a lot of like back and forth and there's been nothing proven as of yet about who the identity of the player is, what was really going on. The one thing that has been proven is that person as Ellie is not who they say they are.
Which is not a good look. It's fucked
no
up.
No matter which way you spin it.
Yeah.
So either this is a pro player faking.
Hold on, stop. Back in the day when I was a gamer, all right, there was plenty of players that I only knew as like the gamer name. I didn't really give a shit if they were male, female, fucking aliens. I don't, like Thresh. I still don't know. I can't remember his fucking name. He was the first really good gamer that I knew. I think that if you want to play games online and have your identity not your identity, I don't really give a shit. Like, as long as you're a good player.
So what this is stemming from is that they're getting close to like a big tournament, and they're supposed to be all in one place at the same time to be playing together, and they have not. Like the rest of Ellie's team is met, but they haven't met this person.
Their choice not to do it.
Well, but it might be.
Yeah, it is their choice, but then
it's not against the rule. Just don't do it.
No, if someone else from another team is portraying someone to be part of a separate team, that is a violation.
But you could just not.
So if I'm on team A,
you're making too much of a big deal about this.
I'm not making a big deal. There are people reporting this.
Okay, can you let me finish?
Okay.
All right. If you don't want to do it, then you just say no. I don't want to reveal my identity. I mean, that's to me. But
the distinction, though, I think, and some of the controversy is that this human being, whoever it is, may or may not have falsely identified themselves and may have basically a ghost player doing it.
It sounds like they never identified themselves from the get-go. That's normal. I'm an old school fucking gamer. You never get right. Nobody knows who the fuck my real name is when I game. When I was ranked 15th in the world at StarCraft, nobody knew who the fuck I was. I was anonymous.
This is a little bit different in terms of if people are trying, or if you're having somebody else play for you under the label of Chronos.
But you don't know that. You're assuming. Like both you guys are kind of assuming that happened.
Well, no. What we're trying to tell you is there's a shotgun of fucking information out there in articles about this issue, and we're trying to dice and present what is the controversy with this player.
Well, I guess we don't know.
Nobody knows.
Somebody wants to be anonymous, which I'm fine with you being anonymous.
Yeah, but like I was trying to say before, if you are on Team A, posing as a player on Team B.
But you don't see, you guys are going way too deep in like the what if shit. Like you don't fucking know. Like nobody fucking knows.
No, not yet.
So how is that a news story?
Well, a new story. Well, the problem is that this person could be playing for two separate teams.
Could be, but we don't.
Yeah, I know. If that is the case, then that is a problem. If it is not the case,
then it's not a story. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So wait, are they trying to have like a live tournament and they wanted the people to be there?
There will be a live tournament.
I would like like actual facts and not just speculation. This is like super speculatory shit right here.
Not all the facts are known. I mean, that at the end of the day, not all the facts are known. It's an ongoing thing.
Yeah. But it is garnered a lot of gaming media attention.
Yeah, because it involves identity, it involves doxing, it involves harassment, it involves the rules, it involves a lot of things.
And all that stuff that you said, somebody has a right to be anonymous.
Okay. Yes, they do.
They do.
But if someone is falsely identifying, that could be a problem.
What?
If it's against the rules?
But you're assuming that they're being falsely identified. What if somebody just didn't want to be known?
Then they didn't want to be known.
But the way you, both you guys let this whole story out was that you kind of knew that this person was somebody else that they weren't, but neither of you fucking know.
Nobody knows. But we've said that over and over again.
Well, just keep it neutral. Don't just be like, what if they were a fucking dog? You don't fucking know.
But hold on,
wait. Fucking dragon.
Sounds ridiculous.
He also was trying to point out too that there are people reporting that this person isn't who they say they are.
But they don't.
That's all that's being presented.
And when there's money involved, people are going to be talking.
So you're still going down that whole line. What if somebody just didn't want to be in the limelight?
Okay, we'll see.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, if you didn't want to be in the limelight in an esports team, knowing that the end game is going to be televised, then why would you join a team knowing that the end game will be you, same time, same place, playing?
You don't know, neither do I.
No, yeah.
So,
the Overwatch finals are played on ESPN.
You're making too much of a big deal about this, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like both you guys are.
It doesn't have to be a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But it made me think about like that DJ Marshmallow or whatever. Like we don't know what the fuck that guy looks like underneath his mask.
Is it a guy?
The one that's playing music.
Yeah, but we don't know what he looks like.
Okay.
But he could have ghost DJs too, or even when he played Overwatch, or I think he did some online gaming. Like we don't know who was actually playing. And I heard he was like pretty good.
He plays?
Yeah, he did like a live Twitch of him playing.
I didn't even know he can aim.
I think he played
with DJ.
I think he played with Ninja, I think.
Okay.
I think it was him.
Well, you know it's not a chick.
Damn.
He didn't know it was on that man.
All right, where else you want to go?
What have we not talked about?
Game of Thrones.
A lot of stuff. God damn it. It's fucking Mike.
Do we want to talk about the Game of Thrones thing? Like did y'all see like these little snippets of some stuff coming up for Game of Thrones?
Yeah, so I know they're doing a prequel, but they haven't even done their last season yet.
No, I'm talking about the last season, not the prequel stuff. Like HBO released like a little like maybe 10-second thing where Daenerys meets Sansa. So,
and
it's a little.
We didn't have Game of Thrones all of 2018, right?
No, we did not.
Did we have them 2017, or has it been a 2-year hiatus?
for Game of Thrones?
It's been a year, I thought.
Has it only been 1 year? Are we sure of that?
Maybe, I don't know.
It feels like it's been longer than that, but I could be wrong and just jonesing for it.
It feels like I watch other shows that filled my time.
Oh, damn.
But I do miss Game of Thrones, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised it's been a year.
Yeah, season 7 ended in 2017.
Okay. So
It's been a while.
this is going on 2 years, you know.
But it's about to air soon, like a month or so, 2
I'm
months.
excited about that. I don't want to know anything else. I just want to be
They keep
surprised.
saying that basically every episode is like a movie. So.
I mean, that's how the last season, from what I remember, felt like. You know.
Well, no, there were some episodes that were like way more epic than others. Like when they had like the fight scenes, like when the dragons came and had the whole fucking. They're basically saying that every fucking episode is gonna be like that.
Yeah, but there's less episodes too.
There's
Yes.
only 8. Yeah.
That's crazy.
We'll fucking see. The other thing I'm not getting is I'm hearing people blaming Star Trek 4 not being released on Game of Thrones. I don't
Yeah.
understand that at all.
So, the director for the upcoming, or the what was upcoming Star Trek 4, left the project to helm the Game of Thrones prequel. So they are...
What's his name left the show?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pine left because they left the table because of contract negotiations, basically money.
Wait, Hemsworth was in Star Trek?
Yeah, he's in the Star Trek reboot. He is George Kirk, so he's Kirk's father.
Oh, yeah.
They were going to bring him back. Probably, people were saying mirror universe, where he doesn't die, or an alternate timeline where he's alive and Kirk meets his dad.
He was?
Yeah, but both the two Chris's left the table.
Oh, shit.
They had a director still attached. Once the director left, Paramount permanently shelved the new Star Trek.
Here's
so
the deal.
Star Trek 4 is not happening.
Here's the deal. None of that is fucking relevant. One bit. The thing that is going on is the 2016 third one with Chris Pine didn't do fucking good money. That's the issue that's a giant pink elephant that's masturbating in the corner that nobody wants to talk about. It made somewhere in the ballpark of worldwide 300 million something. It didn't break 400 million worldwide. I know that is good money, but what they'd love to do is have this on par with MCU and Star Wars level money, and they're nowhere fucking close. So they want to get the franchise up to that level.
Yeah,
and I
but
don't think they're going to have a 4 until they feel more secure about the franchise being a huge blockbuster hit.
I mean, there's been Star Treks that didn't do well either. Like Star Trek Nemesis didn't do shit.
Yeah.
And yet they made 3 more after.
I agree, but again,
That's
we're
back then,
we're
though.
we're in a
Yeah.
different world where Paramount is looking at, the
Numbers.
franchise of the MCU, the franchises of Jurassic World and all the other big players, and being like, hey, we want basically Star Trek to be on that fucking level. And right now, even though I liked at least 2 out of 3 of the Chris Pine ones, they aren't on that level. They're nowhere close. None of them have hit $500 million.
Yeah.
That's Ant-Man numbers.
The first one only did 385 million.
Yeah,
First
that's low fucking beans when it comes to compare that to Star Wars Force Awakens making over $2 billion.
True.
And then Rogue One doing $1 billion.
Yeah, it did.
The Last Jedi did over $1 billion.
In a month.
So I mean, there's dick envy going on here.
Yeah.
That's what it really is. And they want Star Trek to be on that level. And
But there's a huge problem when your 2 big stars walk away because of money. That's a problem.
you have to have some type of replacement that's a good big name that's going to put butts in seats.
Well, last one had Idris Elba in it.
And it still didn't do well. I'm still not convinced Idris puts, a whole lot, as many butts and seats as I would like him to.
Yeah,
Don't tell Mishka that.
Oh, dang. I mean,
It's real though.
Star Trek Beyond made $343 million.
Yeah, but again, put that
not
in
a lot.
context. Yeah, that's what I keep saying. Put that in context with Star Wars
Back in 2016.
or MCU or even the DCEU movies. That's low fucking amount of money. That's
Its foreign gross was 184, which is
that ain't shit.
30 million more than its domestic.
Yeah, usually overseas they bring back a lot more.
I mean, there was a lot of hype bringing the 2 Chris's, having a treatment story by Tarantino. There's a lot of hype.
Venom made 850 plus.
It's hilarious because, in the United States, we have, 350 million people?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. There's 7 million people on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
It's like,
Wait,
but
you say 7 billion or 7 million?
7 billion.
7 billion people on the
I missed
fucking planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane, but somehow we're still the biggest draw for a market.
Well, China's right there in terms of like even box office stuff.
For only for certain movies.
Yeah, well, but they
They'll get 11.
They only take a slice of the big American movie. They don't show everything there.
Yeah.
You know, they don't show like that Winnie the Pooh shit.
Well, they can only show so many, they can only show so many movies, American movies there. Like,
yeah, they have the rules. I mean, you know, not everything's going to drop there. They want it to be big ones.
Yeah, you can't have movies with Tibetan people in it, apparently, either.
Well, I mean, I'll never forget the fact that there was, I realized way years later that they had a problem with Dark Knight because they took a Chinese national, Batman took a Chinese national and like took him over to Gotham for interrogation. And China was like, the fuck you doing in this movie, you know? So it is what it is. But yeah, that's what's going on with Star Trek. I think more than anything else, they want it to be a big franchise, movie-wise, and it just hasn't been the case.
I mean, it hasn't hit the theater. I mean, they do have their streaming service stuff, and they have the new Picard series, which will drop later this year.
I'm looking forward to that.
So, I mean, but there's nothing theater-wise coming now.
Yeah, and they had big names. You know what I mean? Not just Chris Pine, they had Gamora in that too.
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of their rebooted cast had like up and coming. It sucks that Anton Yelchin lost his life.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he lost his life before they can make this new one. So they were working around that.
You know what? Think about this. Guardians of the Galaxy came out in 2014. Nobody knew who the fuck the Guardians were. They did over 800 million or high 700 millions right off the gate.
Yeah.
Star Trek has never gotten anywhere close to those numbers, and they've been known for over 50 years. Put that in perspective.
You know what's funny is that it's mostly known for like a TV show.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But they've had movies since the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think 79 was the
79
first
was the motion picture.
I'm a pretty big Trekkie. I'm not the most fucking nerdy Trekkie. I can't tell you every goddamn thing, but I've watched the vast majority of Star Trek shows and movies. I'll probably watch every single Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
And the vast majority of the shows. Yeah, I think it's better as a show. I mean, the latest Star Trek has been probably one of the best. In my opinion, it might be the best. Seriously.
I'd have to go back and watch the ones with the whales and Star
Trek 4?
No, not the movie. I'm sorry. The latest Star Trek show.
Discovery.
Discovery is probably their best fucking show.
Wow, you like it more than Next Generation.
It's really fucking good. Have you watched the whole thing?
No, dude, all I saw was that shitty pilot, man.
Yeah, the pilot was
really good.
Pilot's not that great.
Yeah.
But
Ninja, do you agree with that?
it's definitely good.
It's at least
It's definitely up. It's definitely up there. I mean, I like this way more than goddamn Star Trek Enterprise, and I begrudgingly watched that show. It had some good episodes, but their serialized story, it was literally a ripoff of DS9 story. And DS9 is actually a pretty good show. I didn't want to like it.
Well, their soft reboot was like way better.
Soft reboot. That's when they canned everybody and hired all kinds of new people to fix all the bullshit that they did the first like 3 seasons. Like all the Star Trek lore they tried to like erase or ignore, and everyone was pissed about it. And then when they started losing viewers, they hired new people to write and try to retcon and fix all that shit. Like people were leaving the show with Enterprise.
I'm talking about Ember. I'm talking about.
Are you talking about Discovery? Oh, yeah, no. Discovery's doing... Yeah, it's probably getting more viewers.
The Discovery soft reboot. Like...
Oh, I thought you were talking about Enterprise, yeah.
No. When I say soft reboot, I'm talking about... God damn it, I thought you knew about the industry shit. It's like literally in the middle of the season, they did like a soft reboot of the actual series.
Yeah. Enterprise did the same thing.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about, though.
Okay.
I'm talking about in Discovery. When it did the soft reboot, it got really fucking good. Like, it was good, like... throughout like half the season, like it was definitely worth watching. And they did the soft reboot, and shit got fucking insane. And it was like basically a totally different show.
All right,
and it was really good.
See, for me, I actually like Star Trek Star Trek Beyond, like the third one. I thought it was pretty good. And like I always talk about that snow globe fucking planet thing. That shit was just amazing when I saw that shit on the screen.
The fucking Starbase. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Now, compared to like Guardians and Star Wars, you like it on that level?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But I mean, I don't know. Like Guardians of the Galaxy came out of nowhere, so it was like an unknown thing.
Yeah.
But Star Trek had a higher like bar they had to meet.
Sure.
So Guardians was a surprise victory for them.
Good shit. We're all over the place.
We are all over the place.
Go ahead.
Did anybody catch the premiere of Young Justice? We talked about this a little bit.
Let's hear it.
There's I've seen the first 2 episodes.
I watched the first 3.
So I missed the 3rd one.
Is this worth it? Does it feel like Young Justice?
Yes, it does. For me, it does. So it takes place 2 years after the last one.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
So it starts off with. So it's gonna be a little bit spoiler, but we all know fucking Batman hates the Justice League. So Batman's like,
fuck Batman.
Me and my family, we out.
The whole Bat family?
Yes,
Pretty
the whole
much.
Bat family.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
I mean, there's a couple other stragglers because another hero that's not
Well,
really.
they talk a little bit. I mean, it's mentioned. They talk about like the Batmans. So I think they kind of allude to like Batman having his own like league of his own, basically.
Whoa.
I mean, technically, it's got Batgirl, Robin, Red Hood,
Batwoman,
Nightwing. Like he's got all those people. But one interesting thing that they introduced in this season is that we have Black Lightning on the show.
He's featured prominently in the first 2 episodes.
That's cool.
And what's really cool is that he's actually mentoring Virgil, who is Static Shock.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
he's in it.
he's in it too. But in the first episode, he's like, I can't tutor you. I'm not the hero that you need me to be. And so he drops him as a mentor.
I'm the hero you deserve.
Yeah. But it's crazy because like we got people kidnapping. Because last season they had like the alien group had that thing they were doing to the kids to make them be able to mutate and have powers.
Yeah.
Well, like there's people kidnapping people who have that ability and unlocking that mutagen in them and making them into fucking basically weapons.
Okay.
And it's crazy how it plays out.
Artemis and Superboy.
Yeah, so
There's all kinds of characters.
Yeah, so we still got Artie. We got Kid Flash. Or not, it's not Kid Flash. It's somebody else because Wally West died in the last one.
Okay, so it's Barry.
It's Impulse. No, it's not Barry Allen because he's the Flash.
He's in it for a second, but he didn't say anything.
But we also got Morgana's in there, or Lady
McGann?
Martian, Ms. Martian.
McGann.
Yeah, McGann. We have Superboy. We have Nightwing. And we have Calder. So that's the other interesting thing. Miss Martian is the leader of the Justice League.
No, she's the leader of the Young Justice.
No,
Yes,
she's the leader of the Justice League.
She's leader of the. Well, they give her like the Young Justice. It looked like when they refer to Calder, they say that he's the leader of the Justice League and he's the current Aquaman.
Oh yeah, maybe yeah. Because when they were coming onto the ship, he's like, "Hey, you should follow." Or she's like, "Should I go? Should I attend this meeting?" He's like, "No, but since you're in training, maybe you should."
Yeah, she leads Young Justice. Aqualad graduated to Justice League status
that's right,
and
that's
is leader of Justice League.
Wow. Okay. That's a big come up for him.
And Nightwing he's stepped away. He's not in the league at all, but he's kind of doing like his own little side missions and shit.
He's still
It's kinda
fucking
fucking
Starfire?
Starfire wasn't in Young Justice though. She was never introduced. She was only introduced in the movie series.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Young Justice. Yeah, I haven't seen her.
There was definitely fucking.
Yeah, we don't have Starfire. We don't have Raven in Young Justice.
Do we have my boy Blue Beetle Jaime Reyes?
Yeah.
Well, he's missing.
Oh,
Wait, what?
So we didn't see him in this series.
Yeah, I saw him. I just watched the first 2 episodes before I came here.
Where was he?
He's in the background because when everybody leaves, he's in shock and he's like, "Where's everybody going?"
Okay.
And that's literally all you see of him so far.
Hopefully they keep promoting him because there's been already some rumors of a live-action movie with Blue Beetle.
Well, what's interesting too is that Beast Boy is still in there, and he's like a super famous like actor now.
You know?
Blue Beetle's probably not gonna do well.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Go ahead.
I mean, unless you give a Hail Mary, like it would have to have literally the Guardians of the Galaxy effect for that movie to be popular, because almost nobody knows who the fuck that guy is. I know who the fuck he is. And I know who Cord, the previous Blue Beetle, is.
Yeah, Ted Cord.
Yeah, but most people, they don't know who the fuck that guy is. Nor do they give a fuck about him.
You're right that he is not a popular character. I completely agree with you. However, I see a lot of similarities in terms of like a alien suit kind of thing, even with Venom, if the graphics and CGI work well.
Yeah, yeah.
You mean
I
like
see,
Green Lantern?
And the other big factor, and I've talked about this multiple times. Not Green Lantern.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but I was going to say the other big factor that it's the cool factor to 7-6-year-old boys with being able to do the repulsor things and the flying, and if the suit is cool, you could sell a lot of toys and a lot of merch.
I understand, but I mean, Venom has been an established character far longer than Blue Beetle has been popular.
Sure.
So it's gonna be a hard sell. But like I said, there's still the outside possibility of the Guardians of the Galaxy effect, where if they make a cool enough movie, it could sell. It could put butts in seats, but I kind of doubt it. You know, I mean, I'm a guy who reads, or I was reading for a while, Blue Beetle comics, but he's not there for me, you know?
I hear you completely.
Especially when the character is a ring, because they're gonna have they're gonna have Jaime Reyes.
Oh, of course.
There's no way they're gonna have Ted Kord.
Yeah, nobody cares about that.
So, but it's like it's a rehash of a already existing character, and I don't know. We'll see.
Well, remember, the MCU completely disrespected the whole legacy of Hank Pym in terms of they did the younger, lesser known what was this Ant-Man? What's his name?
Scott Lang.
Yeah, so they did Scott Lang rather than Hank Pym. Pym has all kinds of Avenger history with him.
Yeah, but he also has all kinds of domestic abuse.
But
then again,
he made
Tony.
And Pym made Ultron. They retconned even that from him. Yeah. They said, "Nah, the fuck you didn't." You know what I mean? So
Pym Tony again.
Well, this is all a concept right now. There's not even any acting. DC may not even do it.
Well, the reason why it's going to be, I hate using this word, but problematic is because at least Marvel, when they had like their controversial characters come out, like with Ant-Man, they built up to that character.
With Ant-Man?
Yeah, they built up to him. They had like
what do you mean?
I mean, I gotta think about what I just said.
like in credit stuff.
Yeah, they had like after credit shit. They already had like a established. The MCU was already established.
The MCU was
introducing new characters.
Okay.
DC does nothing like that, like right now, and they only introduce like very well-known characters. That's it.
I completely
if you introduce fucking Blue Beetle right now, they'll be like introducing fucking Calendar Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I could see that. I could see that.
As a villain.
Yeah.
So
I can see that. I mean, Shazam has never been seen, and we're going to get a movie in like 4 months.
Yeah, but even
he's
Shazam
been around for a while.
is more well known than
he is. I'm not arguing that. He is. He's well known.
I've literally heard people argue about Shazam being the first Captain Marvel.
Oh, he is.
And what are they doing? Making a movie about Captain Marvel with no Shazam type shit. Like literally on Bart.
But that's, again, if you're an old school comic head, then that goes back to, it depends on when you started reading comics and which decade or era you started reading. Mm-hmm. That's what that is.
It mainly comes down to how they direct it, how the effects look, how the costume look.
Yeah.
They can pull it off, because I mean, Iron Man wasn't like an A-list comic person until the movie came out.
Iron Man, well,
he was like probably B-list.
No, he was still up there. He was up there. He was not Spider-Man. He was up there.
I would put him still B or C list. I really, as a solo.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he was a definite Avenger. I mean,
yeah, but I think the Avengers were lower than Fantastic Four and X-Men for a long time.
Oh yeah, they were selling hot. Fantastic Four and X-Men wise, they were like, because the X-Men had all kinds of shit. They had the Uncanny. They had like all kinds of shit I couldn't even keep up with. I was just like, what the fuck?
I gotta disagree with that, because they had Iron Man for a long time.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I get it, but like Prodigy was saying, back in the day, Fantastic Four and X-Men were like up there.
I mean, so was Iron Man though. I mean, he has a decent rogues gallery.
Ooh, I think his Rose Gallery is kind of trash.
I mean, it's a decent one. You know,
he's got an okay one.
He's got Fin Fan Foom. He's got fucking the Mandarin. He's got goddamn Obadiah Stane. He's not that fucking good.
The Mandarin's probably one of his top ones.
Yeah. I mean, and he's gone through a lot of story arcs, like a lot of really good story arcs. So
I think in recent times in the comics, he's come up a lot actually, but
it's come up a huge amount.
But back in the 90s, X-Men was like bestseller.
Yeah, it was the 90s though, but I mean the new MCU shit was not the 90s.
No, it wasn't. MCU, the 08 Robert Downey Jr. movie helped Iron Man tremendously.
Yeah.
There ain't no doubt about it. I still say Iron Man 2 and 3 were lackluster.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Yeah, I think 2 was was okay. 3 was fucking.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm still mad.
Yeah.
Extra mad.
But
Iron Man 4 was good though.
and then the other thing.
What the fuck?
Oh god, we're not gonna, but the other thing with Tony that's cool is he's still the lead in the Avengers movies too.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Like,
in a lot of ways, it's his.
Even in Infinity War, like you see him fighting to be the lead of everything. Like when shit goes down in New York, he's like telling Doctor Strange, like, "Hey, you need to do this. You need to run and do this."
Doctor Strange is all like, I don't work for you.
When they run into the Guardians of the Galaxy, he's trying to give people directions.
They should have listened.
So
Star-Lord.
I finally watched Homecoming last night.
Oh,
When it was free. That could have been like a really good movie.
could have been.
But the whole fucking Tony Stark shit.
calling
like
Happy.
The very beginning was fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. Like when they introduced Vulture and all that shit. Like they gave a villain a really good reason to be a fucking villain.
Oh yeah,
and it was like directly tied into the MCU.
Yep,
that was awesome. And then when they went to put in like kid gloves on Spider-Man, I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, Spider-Man is a bigger hero than Iron Man. Of course. Like, by far.
Always has been.
You relegating him to, you're basically your fucking butler to do shit, and he's not even listening. I was just like, you're disrespecting a character that defined Marvel.
Yeah, we've talked about this a billion times, but replacing Uncle Ben with Tony Stark never fucking worked.
Yeah, and then he took the suit back, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, man, it pissed me off. But I mean, I can understand what people say it was an enjoyable movie, because I mean, it wasn't bad if you were just watching it as a movie, but it's bad if you're like a serious like comic book fan. Like, it's bad.
Yeah. You're not gonna get no arguments with me on that.
but you love Venom, though.
No,
I wish Stitch was here. I could talk.
You keep fucking saying this bullshit.
But you
I'm gonna
did, though.
tell your ass again.
But you do, though.
I didn't give Venom a 10. I didn't give it a 9. I didn't give it an 8.
You still enjoyed it.
I thought
more so than Homecoming, as you say.
Well, I had more fun, and I had lower expectations going in. I'll say that flat out. You know what I mean? It is what it fucking is.
I'm still shocked at these Venom numbers, though.
I know, right?
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Even going back to Star Trek, like, I know they're looking at those numbers salty as fuck.
Well, that's the Guardians effect. I mean, it's really what it is. People didn't even understand.
But the Guardians is a good movie, though.
Yeah.
Well,
Venom wasn't.
If you look at Venom as just a movie, it's not that bad.
Yeah, if you take away, if you called him like something else and still made him
Spawn wannabe.
Yeah, if you called it like Spawnlit, it would still be like, oh, that was interesting. I'd be interested in a sequel to Spawnlit. But when you put Venom tag to it, that brings a certain crowd to see that film.
And folks didn't care, And again, you got to give some credit. We've talked about this before, but Tom Hardy is a big fucking star.
Yeah.
Well,
but it's like,
what you gonna say about Tom Hardy?
I didn't like him in Venom. His acting was really bad.
I thought you were gonna like shit on the.
Oh no, not that. He was fucking Bane, man.
You know what? You were saying that. I mean, you were saying that Tom Hardy is a big star, but like Cronus brought up like a week or so ago, he's had flops.
A lot of flops.
And then like Idris Elba, I think is probably put maybe the same amount of butts in seats if he was in a vehicle film like Venom. Even though he is in the MCU, but he's not the star. He's more of he has literally 5 minutes of screen time in like probably all of the Thor movies added together. Maybe 10 minutes. But if he had like a vehicle film, like perhaps maybe say James Bond, he'd probably have butts in seats.
There you go. There it is.
So
looking up Tom Hardy, I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking up Tom Hardy. So
yeah, dude, that Child 44 flopped.
Never heard of that. So.
Yeah, he's in that. The one where he played the two twins flopped.
London Road flopped. The Drop flopped. The Lock flopped. Lawless. This Means War. Warrior wasn't that bad, but it's still
Warrior's pretty
numbers. Good. I like the movie though. Yeah. He's not a total hit maker.
I thought that shit said Tinkerbell.
And everybody has some like flops. There's no doubt about it. I think that even with that being the case, and you're right, he has some flops. He still has the name recognition and clout for people to want to. A lot of people wanted to see this because he was in it.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
that was definite for me. I saw this because Tom Hardy, because I've supported him since Star Trek Nemesis. People forgot that he's in that fucking movie.
He was
Picard at 20 years old.
Yeah.
He was like a 20-year-old clone of fucking Patrick Stewart.
Wow, I can't remember.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the whole premise of the fucking film. Even though people hated it because there was like a lot of shit from the lore that should have been in the movie.
I've actually never seen the
wasn't.
Next Generation Star Trek movies.
Oh,
No, First Contact is really good.
Well, I think because it wasn't like the show. Like my vision of the movie was supposed to be like what I see on the show. Like it was like supposed to be like a movie version of the show, but they changed the ship looked different. The suits look different.
The ship was destroyed. Generations, the ship fucking blows up.
When you had, what was that chick's name? The fucking Borg chick that.
Oh, Jerry Ryan.
No. In the movies where they try to bring Locutus back.
Oh, the Borg Queen.
Yeah, they gave fucking. What's the guy's name? They gave him the skin.
Oh, Data.
Data. Yeah, they gave Data skin.
Oh, and he nutted.
Great scene.
Yeah, Data nutted. When she blew on his skin, he hella nutted. He was like, oh, man.
God damn.
Yeah, we jumped around there.
Yeah, we did.
Back to Young Justice.
We mentioned this earlier really quickly.
Wait, before you
Go ahead.
So Young Justice so far it's pretty good. First 3 episodes are pretty good.
We
started talking about like
Are they all available or is it just
No, it's 3 episodes so far.
3 episodes so far.
Okay.
And I think they come out every Friday.
Something like that. I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't like that they're doing this
On a streaming service?
Yeah, I'm used to like them just throwing all the episodes out there. But I know I think I know why. It's because you only get 7 days for the free trial membership.
People would have been.
Just like CBS All Access.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
people.
and you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna take them a goddamn year to release it on fucking home video.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Never be on Netflix and shit.
possibly. Yeah, that's going to suck.
A movie that we all fucking liked quite a bit. High ass numbers. Won a Golden Globe. I thought it was kind of cool. Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just to give a shout out. We've talked about it quite a bit, but I'm glad it's winning awards.
It's well deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it went up against Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
It made
Yeah.
over $1 billion.
Yeah, that's crazy numbers. We got to give a shout out to our boy, Rami Malek, winning Golden Globe for his performance in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all fans of Mr. Robot.
Yep.
And it's funny, I know friends that are playing Until Dawn, where he's one of the main characters in that game. I mean,
Ryan Malek's cool, but he was also in the terrible movie Twilight. So I'm just.
Yeah,
he was.
Someone brought that shit up too. He had fucking gold eyes and
Was
shit.
he like a main vampire in that bullshit?
I have no
Nah,
idea.
He wasn't like one of the main characters, but he was like a vampire in it.
You know what? He had to
all
get a
bad.
start.
Yeah,
I
you gotta
mean-
start somewhere.
That was probably great money
Will
for
Smith
his
again
ass.
pounding the ass in one of his first movies.
Forgot about that.
6 degrees of separation
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Did you guys watch Bohemian Rhapsody?
I
haven't
have
seen it
not.
yet.
I want to.
It's one of my favorite like documentaries.
Really?
Yeah, it's so good. Like I've known some of the Queen songs, but after watching that, like damn, I knew so much more.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, it's red eyes.
It's me with red eyes.
That's awesome.
He looks exactly the same except for the eyes. Wow.
Yeah, Rami Malek's cool. Shout out to him and his Golden Globe winner, Golden Globe win.
Dude, he killed in that role though. Like seriously.
Yeah, I mean he's great. I can't wait. We hadn't had Mr. Robot in a minute.
What's the final season coming up?
Oh, not till like summer. I'm jonesing for Mr. Robot.
Sorry, the stuff to keep us fucking occupied.
whole
Y'all
bunch of
heard?
shit.
I want to talk about this. I don't know if y'all heard about this. Have y'all heard of the Mad Box?
I thought this was a typo and we were going to talk about Bird Box again. What?
Mad Box is
For porno?
so the company
Gonna be fucking in your mad box.
Slightly Mad Studios is apparently putting out a game console to compete with the.
Soldier Boy!
This shit ain't gonna work.
Soldier Boy, tell him.
So this is they are claiming that it'll be the most powerful console.
Well, hold on. Who are they? Like, I don't know anything about this company.
There's some new company. Yeah, the Slightly Mad Studios. That's the name of the company.
Do they have any, like, history with gaming at all? Or
That I don't know. All I know is that they're fairly new. There's been some concept art of the box. As Kronos is pulling up now, it looks like a PC shaped in an M. That's their latest one. The one on the top left over there looks like a AT&T Uverse box.
Wow.
Can we place bets right now before you even continue the rest of your story? I'll put $100 on the fucking table right now. I'll put $100, not literally on the table, but I'll put it up for fucking grabs that this is vaporware.
Oh, yeah. They're already saying this won't be released for another 2 to 3 years, but they're saying it'll support VR. It'll have 4K.
It is not gonna exist.
Did this come out of the the
CS.
Oh, CES. Yes.
CES?
This is not the CES.
Okay.
Also, they have a contest now on Twitter. If you can give the best slogan for Madbox, then you'll get $10,000 and you'll have free games for life. This is from the CEO of the company.
This is never gonna exist. This is never gonna exist.
Y'all never heard about this though? The Madbox?
No, because I've heard about so many fucking bullshit vaporware consoles at this point, like at least 10.
This is my third.
They've all gone to the wayside. Like you cannot beat the amount of money that Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo have on developing consoles at this point.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to create a PC PC something, I guess you can do it, but there's no way you're going to create a console experience at this point in time unless you're a major player.
Are they doing any is this like a crowd-funded bullshit or is this?
No, the slogan is crowdfunded, but other than that, they're doing this all in-house. They have vague specs because they're saying they're working with AMD and NVIDIA.
They're saying a lot of stuff.
But I mean, there hasn't been concrete specs, just like
a lot of words coming out.
That's a whole lot of vaporware, man.
Yeah, so I was just wondering if y'all heard about this. It's just funny to me that literally as of Sunday, the CEO put out this challenge to the people. If you can put out the slogan, you win.
This is like the same folks that were like, "Oh, we've got this cloud console that's going to be great." No, it's not. It's not going to exist. I mean, GameFly has technically streaming services. So does Sony, and so does I think Xbox does too.
Yeah,
right?
Xbox does.
But it's hard to do.
Does Nintendo as well, or no?
It's not streaming. No.
Okay.
It's vaporware at this point.
Oh yeah, and then they're already announcing a 2 to 3 year launch date. Or
2 to 3 years from
launch
now?
window. Yes, 2 to 3 years from now. So I'm just like,
If they don't have a hard console around this time, then
No, they have concept art.
yeah.
Blowing smoke. I'll help everybody's ass.
I think Soldier Boy might be behind this trying to rebrand it.
Damn.
Because I was mad and I made a box.
He took somebody's picture off of LinkedIn and put it in Twitter.
I could be wrong though. I mean, back in the day when PlayStation first came out, I said Sony. When I was a kid, I was like, Sony's not going to make a good console. But at the same time, when the 3DX came out, so there was there's a whole bunch of different shitty fucking console makers back in the day when we were kids that went nowhere. Sony made it. 3DX was one, the Lynx was another,
Neo Geo,
TurboGrafx 16,
whole bunch of them. That
Atari.
they just didn't make it.
Atari is supposed to have their
Sega.
new console coming out.
Oh yeah, shit. I ain't heard anything about that in a minute.
It sucked because Sega was putting out console after console, and they were doing okay for a minute, and then
Dreamcast happened.
Yeah,
Dreamcast was ahead of its time. That was the problem.
Yeah, it was, and it sucked because
Didn't they have online on there?
It
did.
first, but what happened is that they were ahead of their time for like 6 months, and then they were behind their times.
It sucked because they had some fucking good games. They had
Power Stone,
Marvel's Capcom 2. They had fucking I think they had Rival Schools on
They had
there. One of the
Knights.
Rival Schools. They had Knights. They
They had that little game fucking
And now
thing
they're
that goes with
worth
the
a lot.
controllers.
Like the actual Dreamcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Worth
If you
the
get,
time.
they were the first ones to get Street Fighter 3.
Oh, wow.
Before everybody else.
And for that, you could play with like 2 different characters, right? Like, because Street Fighter, you could have 3 people.
No. I think you're talking about Marvel vs. Capcom.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was.
It was one of the few that had Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is a hotly coveted game.
But you can have like multiple people, because I think the other
can have up to
consoles you only
3.
can have like you have to choose the same characters because they couldn't process all the different characters or some shit like that.
Maybe it's a different game.
I know. I think for like for Sony and for the Xbox, not for the Xbox, but for maybe the Nintendo 64 for the GameCube, you only can play with like 2 characters. Like both people have to choose the same fucking characters.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
It was something weird.
I think you're thinking about a different game because
No, it was a Capcom game.
maybe it wasn't Street
Use
Fighter.
the internet.
Yeah.
Solve your problems.
So another gaming news, which I saw today. Did y'all see this? Ubisoft picking sides with the Division 2, which will be out in March of this year.
Okay. What's they saying?
Skipping Steam and going to the Epic Store.
Ooh.
Y'all don't even PC game. Doesn't mean shit to you guys.
No, but I mean, that's big for Steam. That this is a sign. Ubisoft's a big publisher, big developer. You know, one of the ones that continually puts out fairly decent content with the Assassin's Creed series and whatnot. Putting the Division, which was a fairly new IP for them, going to the Epic Store, which is a brand new.
We talked about the fact that they have a more lucrative. Percentage.
So can I just let you on a secret, since nobody else PC games?
Sure. On
this podcast, PC gamers don't really give a shit where it releases, as long as they get it. So,
I guess I feel the same.
It doesn't matter.
It's not the same way with porn, though. I mean, it doesn't matter who's got it as long as you get it, right?
People make a big deal about that shit, but
I think they're making a big deal because it's a big title and you won't be able to get it on Steam.
No, that's the reason why PC game, because it's like way easier to get shit. You know what I mean? It's like where it comes from. Nobody gives a fuck. They really don't.
Okay.
But I think it's still a.
I have Steam. You think, but you don't. Do you have Steam?
No,
that's what I'm saying. That's part of the problem, is that people on PCs, they don't really give a shit. As long as they can get it on their PC, they don't give a shit what company it comes from.
Okay.
I would say that for probably the vast majority of PC gamers out there. Like I have shit on Blizzard. You know, I get it through oldschoolbattle.net, but I don't really give a shit if it's on Steam or whatever. As long as I get it, I don't give a fuck.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Let's actually. We should do the B the BTIs. We're at the end.
All right.
Round it on out.
I have one for you guys. So this one might be a little controversial. Controversial.
What you got?
So the question is, if a group of girls or if your girl was being jumped by a group of girls or your significant other. Wait. Fuck, I'm reading this
Get
all.
it right, man.
If a group of girls was jumping your significant other or a family member of yours, and you had to jump in to save them, would you punch some of these girls?
You have a thing about this. I want you to know. I noticed that.
How much did they weigh?
Oh, damn.
That's an old school B the BTI.
No, because there was a video that was released this week, and this guy had to jump in and save his girl. Like 4 girls was jumping his girl, and he jumped in and he punched one of the chicks and he knocked her out.
Is this high school or are these adults?
No, these are adults. These are adults.
All right.
I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll tell you my answer at the end.
I literally don't give a single solitary shit about this one. Sorry, not offense to the question, but old ninja, what you got?
I have no idea what to think about this fucking shit. Like,
you know my answer.
What is it? Y'all take it away.
They got to be 300 pounds.
I'm protecting them. So if there's 4 chicks, like they're going to come back. So I have to make sure like they know not to come back.
Is she being killed? Is that what's?
Well, she's been beat up. Like she's on the ground. They're fucking like punching her and shit.
Okay. All right, Kronos, you had something on this one?
I don't need to punch somebody to hurt them or to like incapacitate them. So, yeah, I would. They get fucked up, but I don't need to punch them.
So just choking them out, would we consider like okay? Punching them?
Yeah, choke them out. I mean, it's safer.
But you're still injuring them though.
No, when you choke somebody out, you actually don't injure them at all, unless I hang on for like way too long. But I know when they're asleep. So.
But so what if the other 3 girls are getting at you now?
They have to be really strong chicks to like stop them from choking another chick. So
I'm punching. Sorry.
I'll just strangle them, or put them in a joint lock.
Blue has any type of excuse to swing on some women.
Because like the conversation that I was listening to, they were talking about it, and like the girls are like, "Oh, you should never hit a girl." It's like, but what if your life is on the line? You're protecting somebody. Yeah. Like you're gonna have to physically use force to stop somebody.
You should never hit a girl is fucking stupid as fuck. It's just like saying that I will always love my children. Like, it's a slippery slope. Yeah, you should always love your children, but if you woke up and your child was like chopping off your balls, you probably wouldn't love them anymore, right? Like, you'd probably be pretty fucking angry about that shit. Yeah. And you might do something fucked up to them. But I'm just saying, like, people live in these absolute worlds where I don't live in those fucking worlds. Nope. You know what I mean? It's like, if a girl is whooping my ass, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, that's just the way it's gonna be. I'm not gonna sit there and take your ass whooping because you're a fucking woman. That's not gonna happen.
Was there one more?
No, it's only one.
All right, let's wrap this up.
We didn't want to talk about this whole Oscar thing? Okay.
I mean, I think we did before.
Did we? Oh, we did talk about Kevin Hart, but did more ramp up or nah?
I think the only thing that, well, I guess you did bring it up.
Well,
So
the whole Ellen thing.
the only thing that ramped up was they literally want Kevin Hart to keep apologizing for 10 years ago over and over and over and over again.
We can talk about this. Okay, so apparently, what was that guy on CNN, Don Lemon?
Okay.
He wanted to have Kevin Hart to become an ally for the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't give a shit if it's controversial. I don't want to be an ally of that whole, because I don't know everybody that's LGBTQQ, whatever the fuck plus. I don't fucking know you. Like, if I don't have a problem with what you're doing, but asking me to be an ally for somebody that I don't fucking know, I have a problem with that. Don't have me be on your fucking side when I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I have a problem with, like, hey, support me for whatever the fuck I do. No, I'm not gonna fucking do that. You can do what the fuck you want to do on your own time, your whole sex life. I don't really give a shit about that. But for you to sit there and be like, you need to be an ally, I don't fucking need to be an ally. I really don't. I'm not gonna go against, gay rights or anything like that, but I don't need to be a fucking ally.
Well, some would consider just being tolerant of the rights being an ally. I don't know what the requirements
I don't even
are.
like the word tolerant, because I don't have to tolerate you to be something. I just do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm not going to stop you from doing what you want to do, as long as you're not hurting somebody else.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to tell you is some would consider what you just said possibly being an ally.
Or support?
I don't want. If I don't know you, I'm not really an ally of you. It's the same thing. Hold on. Can I rewind it for just a second?
Okay.
It's the same thing when I go back to, like, respect. Like, I can't respect you unless I fucking know you.
Okay. But all I'm saying is there are some that would consider you not being hateful towards that community, not the individual. And yes, individuals may do fucked up things. We talked about certain individuals that have been gay that have done wrong things, or trans that have done wrong things. But as a community of people being not against that community, that could be construed for a lot of them as being quote unquote an ally, whether you like it or not.
Okay, so let's bring it back then to what happened with Kevin Hart specifically.
Okay.
He said something, he apologized for it. Now they're trying to, like, basically get blood out of a turnip. He apologized already
Multiple times.
and for him to say, like, I want you to be an ally now, it's like, how? Like, I already apologized. This is what I'm talking. This is the exact type of thing that I'm talking about. It's like, look, I apologized. I understand that I was wrong. There's no need for you to ask, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of going too far for me.
They've done it repeatedly with him. I think finally, hopefully, as of today, I think it's over. But if you're going to bring up things from 10 years ago that I've said he's said multiple times that's not me anymore, and he's apologized for it, you can't keep asking someone to apologize. And I'll say this real quick.
Hold on. And Don Lemon on the air, he said that he didn't hear any of his apologies.
Well,
I'm like,
then he's full of
fucking
shit.
He's full of shit.
But remember this. These are the same people, again, Hollywood and whatnot, that have not required Mel Gibson over and over again to apologize for shit.
Yeah.
So there's been plenty of people who have done heinous ass shit in Hollywood, much worse than Kevin Hart, who haven't had to apologize 11 times. That's just, it's bullshit. You're singling him out. It's over, and he's not going to host your awards. And I still hope I'm not the biggest defender and lover of Kevin Hart, but he still definitely has a hot career. And I'm not against him in any way.
That's not going to slow him down at all. And for anybody that listen to what I just said and be like, oh, he doesn't like gay people, my fucking family's gay. I've got gay friends. Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, none of that shit, I know them. You know what I mean? I know what they're capable of. I know how cool they are or they're not. Yep. Just like, I can't claim allyship with somebody that I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Because you could have some fucked up shit in your closet. I don't want to be an ally of you whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's all I'm getting at. If you don't understand that, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I think that was kind of it in a nutshell. Then Ellen was certainly weighing in.
She weighed in because she was trying to get him to get onto the show. She was trying to pressure him to
He
go back.
He doesn't need the Oscars. He doesn't need the Oscars. Let me just put that out there plainly. He's a big movie star. He was in Jumanji. He's got a movie with Bryan Cranston coming out later this month. He's a big ass movie star.
Kevin Hart, don't go on a fucking apology tour.
Yeah, don't do it. Like, have some pride and dignity in yourself. We all know your name. You're an A-list celebrity now.
Yeah. Did they demand that Shit. Eddie Murphy going on an apology tour? He said shit
Raw.
way worse
Oh yeah, from back in the
than
day.
any
I
goddamn
forgot
modern
about that.
comic.
Yeah,
He called people, I'm going to say it. He called people faggots a lot on his show. I don't even like saying that word, but it's just, he said it a lot.
Of course.
And he said a whole bunch of disparaging things against people that are gay, and nobody's demanding for him. You want to know why? Because Eddie Murphy doesn't give a fuck. And they know that there's no fucking way that he's ever going to fucking apologize about that shit.
He's been a star since the 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they know that Kevin Hart is like, he's sort of an easy target right now because they know that he's probably going to apologize and probably going to give in to this shit.
Well, plus he got a little bit of controversy behind him too with cheating on his wife and everything.
Which is nobody's
Pregnant
fucking business in a lot of ways. I mean, he's not a politician or anything. Like his marital issues, unless he beat up on his wife. I don't
know.
Well, and that ain't got shit to do with gay people.
Oh, it doesn't.
It really doesn't.
But it just makes him an easy target.
It really doesn't.
You know what it is? It's really haters. People trying to have a come up on a celebrity for any reason, even going back in history.
It's funny because they dug back in his Twitter to see when he made all these gay comments, but they didn't dig to see that he apologized for it already.
Oh, they knew. They just ignored that part.
Yeah, people. So, kind of jumping back. So, when I was talking about the whole PlayStation or the X-Men vs. Street Fighter games, it was the version on the PlayStation. You couldn't switch between the characters.
PS1?
Yeah, PS1.
Okay. Which Street Fighter was this?
X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Oh, wow.
So you can choose 3 players, but you couldn't switch.
Oh, you have to wait till they die?
No, they would just come in and be like an attack, and they'll jump back out.
Wow.
That's all they would do.
It's all bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up, goddammit. Old Ninja, what you got populating this week?
I'm probably going to try to catch up on this Young Justice stuff.
Wait, is it 3 more dropping Friday? Or is it one?
No, there's been 3 that's been released so far.
But now they're going week to week 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I guess this has been out for 3 weeks apparently. So.
No, I think it just dropped.
Did it just? Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
We talked about this last week. So yes, there's 3 episodes dropped within the last week or whatnot. Probably just chilling. I have a bunch of games to play because I just got GTA 5 with a bunch of DLC. So
6 years too late.
I mean, I've only been playing the online stuff because I'm still trying to figure out running your own criminal empire and shit like that. I still haven't finished Red Dead. I'm really close to the end. I'm in the epilogue, so I'm
Been in
close
the
to it.
epilogue for a month.
Yeah, but I switched over to GTA and I was playing some Monster Hunter. So
All right.
I've been
games.
Yeah, and then there's more games coming out. I'm probably gonna start playing. So doing a whole lot of gaming, I think, this weekend, and then just chilling.
Blue, what you got?
Not a goddamn thing. Actually, yeah, I don't have anything going on.
Damn.
I actually really don't have anything popping off this weekend, but I'm gonna try to, like Odin was saying, continue watching Young Justice. So it looks like it is 3 episodes dropping tomorrow on Friday.
Oh, cool.
So it's 3 more episodes. It looks like it's 3 episodes every week. Which is kind of cool, but it's a 2-parter going on, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
That's not quite Netflix level, but it's better than 1 week at a time.
Yeah, so I really don't have anything popping off.
All right, you don't have to make
Well, I got big plans coming soon, but yeah, nothing this weekend.
big things popping. Kronos, what you got?
So me and K-Mac just celebrated our 8th anniversary
Damn.
Monday, so yeah, it's been a minute.
You celebrate by getting a new TV?
No, I'll talk about that in a second, though. But we're actually going to celebrate our anniversary on the 18th. We're going to do a day in San Francisco.
Nice.
I had a medical emergency yesterday, so I'm still kind of recovering, and I should be back to normal tomorrow. I got a new TV today.
Oh, shit.
I got the Vizio P Quantum, the Quantum Dot TV, which is basically the best LED TV you can get right now.
Nice.
Not only OLED, because that one's probably the best you can get right now, but it's half the cost.
Nice.
And it's fucking amazing. It's a 4K TV, 65 inches. It has HDR. The color, it looks better than real life.
Dude, it's insane. It's insane.
Is that where you moved your PS Pro? I see it's gone.
Yeah, it's in there. Because I was playing God of War, and I was like, holy fucking shit. It's and Red Dead, I was like, God damn, it looks really fucking good.
Seeing every vein on Kratos' arms and shit.
Oh, man. It's legit. The colors pop.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're buying a 4K TV, if you don't get a decent HDR, you're wasting your fucking money. What you're getting the most of is probably the HDR. The added pixel count is nice, but the colors popping that much it's fucking incredible.
Make your eyes bleed.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. Other than that, we got some the Golden Eggplant Awards are hopefully next week.
One more week.
Yeah, we have to
Almost
we're almost done.
Almost done.
So, yeah.
It'll be worth the wait.
And the Infinity Base now has electricity.
Hey.
Oh shit!
So
Power.
has electricity. So now the next thing that goes in is I have to figure out the sound insulation solution. So I don't know which way I'm gonna go yet. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna insulate and then double drywall it for the soundproofing. So, but we'll see. Hopefully within the end of this month, it should be done.
You don't want to just use milk crates stapled to the wall?
Actually, that doesn't work well. I did a bunch of research. That does not work.
Hustle and Flow lied to me?
Well,
I'm just fucking.
Well, as far as acoustics go, you're good.
Okay.
But there's a difference between acoustics and soundproofing.
Look at you, an engineer.
Yeah.
I like it.
Actually, I know what I'm doing this weekend.
What you doing?
I'm going to Bourbon and Branch up in San Francisco, the speakeasy place they have up there. We have to have a password to be able to get in. Stitch talked about it maybe around last year about it, so I'm gonna go check it out. But then I
got the password?
think,
Password is Big Booty Bitches.
I think the Sweetness and I too are gonna go watch D.L. Hughley this weekend too at the Punchline in San Francisco. So that should be cool.
Be aware of this. There are a fuck ton of city rats outside of the Punchline.
Oh yeah, I've been out.
Me and Mishka found out.
Yeah. Well, no, there's the
Wait, maybe it's Cobb's.
No,
It's in the city.
No,
Whatever the one is downtown.
Are you thinking about the pigeons or not the pigeons? The parrots of San Francisco?
No, these are fucking rats. I know the difference.
Okay. But no, because in that area too, there's like a fucking horde of fucking like pigeons, not pigeons, fucking parrots there.
Telegraph
yeah.
Hill, that's where they are.
Yeah.
They did a whole documentary.
God damn.
I'm a nerd.
Those motherfuckers are loud as fuck.
Yeah, they are. I ain't got shit. I'm gonna still working my way through Red Dead 2. I'm gonna watch some SSS Gridman and catching up on some more anime. I gotta watch more Black Clover. Goddammit.
I need to get Battlefield 5.
I do still need to do that, and I am trying to fucking just add stuff to the Golden Eggplant Award so we can have that for you next week.
So you just witnessed the Dankest podcast on the interwebs. Check us out, Be Them BTI. That's at BTH. But BTHANBTI.
Brain fart.
Yeah, I know, brain farted. Facebook, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Player FM,
Skate,
Twitter,
Instagram,
Twitch,
your mom's house.
Check out our official website, binheadproductions.com/BThenBTI.
Want to taste defeat?
If you're gonna choke somebody, go for them jugulars.
Damn.
Just saying, that's how you do it.
Yet many questions remain unanswered.